Shout out to the 876.
So I tell people now that I'm from Spanish Town, which is a bad man place. You don't ramp with people from Spanish Town, okay?
Carmen also is dabbling in content creation. I wanted to talk a little bit about Hurricane Melissa.
But
Oui,
our-
mon chéri.
Right. It's me,
It's Valley. Your mom, if you don't mind me asking, what happened with that? Like, some sad shit.
Right, it is. It was like unlocking the gate and they came up, bow, 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 shot her in the chest. She couldn't breathe. I'm in London. Where's Harry Styles?
Yeah.
Stupid stuff like that.
You may want a man, but you don't need him. The Louvre has been robbed. And immediately I was like, Carmen, no!
If you think that me I come home every day come talk standard English, you have another thing coming. Because when you're ready for chip my blood clot and my bumper clot and my pussy ras clot, oh, I don't have any money because my husband didn't give me any money.
Yeah.
Yuck. Ew. And it hit another kid, not even the one who she was whooping. It hit another kid and plucked his eye out.
Because I feel like you was robbed. You know.
So I've lived through a Category 5 hurricane before. Houses and cars over here, baby. They tried to rob her and they stole her car with my cousin in it. That's one thing I give Jamaican people: resilient.
Because I am so close to my mom.
Right.
And it's,
Do we need to take a break?
What's going on, guys and gals? It's your boy Guy, and today I am here with my friend Carmen. Woo, 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 woo,
Hi
woo,
guys,
woo.
thank you for having me on Guy and Friends.
Absolutely, Carmen. I'm really excited to have you on. This is long overdue. You have been one of those people, just like Tierra and I recorded with my brother D. Like, you all are and have been so supportive of me doing a podcast and just supportive in general. And these days, you know, something that I feel like is a hindrance to a lot of people in their businesses is that people aren't supportive. People, like, even if you share, even if you post, even if you like, comment, anything, and you are somebody who I really appreciate.
Listen, it's not hard to hit that repost button.
Say it again.
Instagram
bro.
has made it so easy where that button is just right there. You don't even see it again. Just hit it. 500 other people will see it.
And the crazy thing is, people make it like, people act like they're too good. And I'm somebody who, like, if a friend has a business or anything like that, I'm posting like, yeah, I'm gonna support any way that I can. And this is free.
I was gonna say, it doesn't cost me anything
At all. My thing is like, and even especially if you put it like in your story or something, it's like it's gonna disappear in 24 hours. Relax.
Exactly.
It's not permanent. But Carmen, born in America,
Yes.
raised
In Jamaica.
shout out to Jamaica, not Jamaica Queens, but Jamaica.
Right. 876. Okay.
876. Is that the?
That's our
is that
area code.
Shout out to the 8. What is it? 876.
876.
Shout out to the 876. It's so funny getting to know you because I hear you talk with your American accent, but when I see you on like your Instagram, or even if you like get frustrated or something like that, that patois, it comes out. And it's so funny because now, like I told you, when I see videos like of Jamaicans and stuff like that, I'm like, I know exactly what you're saying. I know what you said. Yeah, my friend Carmen, yeah, I'm bilingual.
What's so funny is I went out the other day and I brought some of my American friends out, and some of the Jamaican guys were kind of hitting on her. And my other friend was like, you need to go translate. Like, I'm like, no, I'm not about to be in between this Jamaican guy and this American girl and translate. She got to figure it out.
I'm not on payroll.
Exactly.
Hey, but it's funny because I seen it on your story, and I'm cracking up because I think at one point she's like, is he talking Jamaican? What is he saying?
She's like, what are they saying?
What are they saying? Before America, take me back. What was life growing up for you in Jamaica?
Life in Jamaica. So I was born in Cleveland, and I moved to Jamaica when I was like 3 or 4 months, because my parents, well, most of my family, all of my family are Jamaican. Some live in America, but most of them.
Oh, so you really like raised Jamaican?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally. I don't think I have any like fully American family. Like, no, everybody is half Jamaican or lived in Jamaica for most of their life and then moved to America. So my mom and dad are Jamaican. My mom's dad side of the family lived in Cleveland, so she would travel back and forth a lot. So when she was pregnant, my dad was like, "No, you need to," because my mom and my dad has one other kid, my older brother, and he was
Hmm.
born in Jamaica. My dad was like, "No, all the benefits that they are to being an American, you better take this child
It
and
man.
go to America and have her there so she can have citizenship." Which
Hell yeah.
I'm telling you, if my parents didn't give me anything, that's the greatest gift my parents gave me is to
Citizen.
have me, being born here because that citizenship is a
You-
life changer. I see my friends struggle sometimes. I'm just like, I have no idea of that struggle because
I don't know that.
I don't know that.
I didn't live that life.
Sometimes they're talking about like visas because you have to like get documentation to travel from Jamaica to America. Talk
Hmm.
about visas. I'm like, don't have that struggle. Don't know anything about that. So, shout out to my parents for doing the right thing. Well, my dad, my mom passed away. So,
Hmm.
shout out to my dad,
Yeah.
for encouraging my mom to go have me in America. So, anyways, born in Cleveland, went to Jamaica. I lived in Jamaica from, I guess, 3 to 4 months until I was 17.
Hmm.
I lived with my dad's side of family, but my mom lived there,
Hmm.
and she raised me and my brother. My brother didn't really live with us for a period of time, but
Hmm.
basically, that was the family home in Kingston, Jamaica.
Come on, shout out to Kingston. I never knew what part of Jamaica you. I was gonna ask you that, but I never knew what part of Jamaica.
Right. So I grew up in Kingston, but my dad lives in Spanish Town. So when I go to Jamaica now, I go to Spanish Town. So I tell people now that I'm from Spanish Town, which is a bad man place. You don't ramp with people from Spanish Town, okay?
You don't rap with them. You don't rap.
I didn't know how else to say that.
Look, yeah,
I guess you don't mess with people from Spanish Town. That would be
yeah.
the
Oh,
English.
don't worry, it's gonna be bleeped, but don't worry. So you don't rap with them. That's the
Yeah, I
slang.
guess ramp is like you don't mess with, you don't play with.
Okay, so you said you grew up in Kingston,
Hmm.
but your dad lived in Spanish Town.
Hmm.
Now, paint the picture for me. What was like the day in life? What was it like growing up? Because my
Hmm.
idea, if I lived in Jamaica,
Hmm.
I'm like, okay, I'm going to the beach
Mm-mm.
every day. Now this might sound stereotypical, but
Yeah.
this is my thoughts.
Yeah.
I'm out there drinking out of coconuts.
Mm.
I am living the life.
Mm. Okay. Nope, not at all. Nothing like that. It's just like living here in Cleveland. I swear to God, you get up and you go to school. We take for me, you take public transportation. So we take more like the RTA.
Hmm.
We have RTA, the bus system out there. We have stoplights. Someone asked me that once,
Oh
like, you
wow,
guys have
those.
stoplights?
Now come on now.
I think Jamaica's one of those places that had the first stoplight, or was it electricity? Something.
It had the first of something.
First or something. We have to look it up. We have to look it up. We had the first or something, or they
Producers.
invented chocolate milk in there or something. I don't know. Something about Jamaica about stop signs, stoplights.
Did you say a bit chocolate milk?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
I
pretty
think
cool.
so.
If that's true, I'm gonna put it somewhere here. Yeah, because I want to
One
know.
of them. No, it's a regular. We don't we don't go to the beach like that. Like if you don't live close to the beach, I don't feel like you just get up and go to the beach. It's like an event to go to the beach in Jamaica. So I get up, the crack of dawn. For my elementary school, we call it primary school.
Hmm.
So I went to a shift school where one set of kids would go to school 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and the next set would go to school 12 p.m. to 5
Oh,
5 p.m.
nice.
So for one semester I'd be on the morning shift and one semester I'd be on the evening shift. So I'd get ready at the crack of dawn, go to school, sit at desks. Teachers teach us. There's no coconuts. No coconuts at all. We get punished with the belt. They don't have that
By
in
the
America.
teachers?
Yeah, they don't have that in America.
By the teachers?
By the teachers.
Oh
You
no,
get
no,
your
no,
ass
no,
whooped.
no, no. Because I'm up in the teacher.
Yep.
Now it's funny because I know like my parents and stuff like that. I think they had teachers that can paddle them and all
Hmm.
that kind of stuff. But I could not imagine
Yep.
that, especially now. These kids are could teach her up, but
But it's the way in Jamaica
it's just what
because
it is.
yeah, because even one of the like cultural shocks for me in America is like the kids here have no respect,
Yes.
no manners towards elders.
Yes.
They don't say good morning.
Yeah.
Not even just kids, like people in general. Like you walk into a space, all the people are there. You say hi, you say hello,
Automatically.
automatically. And I still do it today. Like I'll look at somebody and I'm like, you're in America now. You don't have to do that. So that was one of the big culture shocks for me when I came
And you
here.
know what? I think because I get what you're saying because I grew up like that, and I also feel like it's a little bit of a black cultural thing.
Mhm.
Because when I walk into a room, I'm like, "Hey,
Mhm.
everybody, how you doing?"
Right.
And it's like that's just what it is. It's just respect. At my job, and I'm dealing with people and stuff. Especially if you're of a certain age,
Mhm.
I really say like Mrs. or
Right.
Mister,
Mhm.
just because to show respect. But now, after COVID, has gone out
Mhm.
the window. When I tell you, people don't care. People stealing from old people, beating
Right.
old people ass,
Mhm.
all kinds of stuff. And it's like, yeah, whoop they ass in these
No,
classrooms.
but I would want to go back to that because I don't know if they still do it in this day and age because everybody's getting more strict now. And the same primary school or elementary school that you guys would call here,
Hmm.
there was an incident where the teacher was spanking one kid, and I guess she went to like raise the belt,
Hit him in the
and
face
it
or
hit
something.
another kid, not even the one who she was whooping. It hit another kid and plucked his eye out. So there was a
Wait,
whole.
wait. Whoa. Now you're not gonna skate past that.
It went.
You said this teacher was whooping another kid.
Right. Because in Jamaica, you stand up like this. You stand up in front of the teacher, you put your hand out,
Okay.
and you get spanked on your hand.
No bruises.
No, bruises. I remember one time I got whooping. And mind you, these whoopings are not, oh, you're a bad kid. It's like you got something wrong or you spoke out a term or, something like that. I was never a bad kid. I don't think I was a bad kid. I know I became a bully in high school, as my friends say, but I don't think I was a bad kid.
Oh, I never knew Carmen was a bully. Not the bully.
When we went to Florida the other day, my friends were like, "You're such a bully," and I'm like, "I'm not a bully." But it's my bluntness.
No.
People like to say that I'm a bully, but
No, I'm gonna get into that because I love that about you, but I actually love your bluntness because this is just what it is. It's no sugarcoating. But I love that because I don't need to try to read between no lines.
right.
This is just what it is.
Hmm.
Okay, so back to the
Whooping.
abuse.
Literal, literal violence against children, right? So you'd stick out your hand and you would get whooping on your
Mhm.
hand. And I don't know exactly how it happened because thinking about the belt buckle would be in the person's hand. But somehow, I don't know, she reached back when she was about to smack him or
Oh
something.
my God.
And some kid was like behind her or something. I don't know exactly how the dynamic.
That
I
is
don't know.
crazy.
But the kid ended up with one eye, and the lady, I think she went to jail. She got sued,
Oh
the
my
whole
God.
nine. So
His eye came out. Like, how do you explain that to a parent? I was whipping this other kid ass and I reached back. He just happened to be too close and I pulled his eye out. That is crazy. And now I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, is my dad Jamaican? Because that's what he did to me. Besides whooping my ass, he would have some of my siblings and me put our hands out and he used
right,
to hit us with belts. And I'm just like,
maybe he's Jamaican, you know?
you know, that is crazy. So, wow. So does parents have to like sign off on it
Mm-mm.
or? That is great because my mindset would be like, what is stopping this teacher from being overly aggressive, or especially if they like,
Right.
because teachers, for the most part, they try to be fair, but it's a certain kid that's like, you get on my nerve, you
Mm-hmm.
like working my nerves,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna beat your ass
Nah, they
today.
they would get beaten not just in the hand. It's like I'll hold you and blah, 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 blah.
How many whoopings do you think you had, yo?
No, I can't count on. I don't think it's no. I was like I said, I was never a bad kid, so I don't think I got a lot of whoopings like in school. My dad whooped me, I know for certain twice,
Hmm.
because again I wasn't a bad kid. So my dad, I know he
Oh
whooped me
wow.
twice, and these are not regular whoopings either, guys. It's not no belt. This is
Oh
a lawn
yeah.
chair.
Not
Okay,
the
a
lawn
lawn chair.
chair.
The other time was I don't remember the second time, but the first time my dad whooped me, it was a literal lawn chair. But now, like thinking about being a parent is crazy work. That's
Oh
frustrating, and I can see he was frustrated. So I
yeah.
give him a pass.
Yeah. I gi- Dad, I give you a pass. I try to look back. Like now, I do a lot of self-reflection, and I'm like, some of my ass whoopings and stuff.
Mhm.
Because I think Gabby, you could probably count on one hand the amount of times she got whooped.
Mhm.
Graham, I think you could probably count on one hand.
Really?
You can
I thought Graham would have
because
been a
that's
bad
because
kid.
he was like born later.
Oh yeah,
My
they
parents,
get
yeah.
soft.
So they like, I'm just like, whoa. So she didn't get her ass whooped like that. So y'all was taking all y'all frustration out on
Me.
me because I can't count on two hands and feet the amount of times that I got my ass whooped. And with different things, go get switches. I was getting whooped by cousins, aunties, grandmas. I was getting my ass whooped by everybody
Yeah.
out of all of us. But I'm not gonna harp on it. Wow. Now, growing up with your mom and your dad,
Mhm.
what was that like?
So although my mom lived in the house with my dad's side of the family, my mom and my dad never got along.
Oh
When I get older
wow.
now, like thinking about stuff now, I'm just like, how did that even work? Like, why
Mhm.
was she even there? So my dad's family lived in the house. My mom lived there. My dad lived somewhere else. I don't really know where my dad lived when
Wait,
I was a kid.
wait.
Yeah, go
So
back. So the
your
house,
mom was living with your dad's
family,
family, and
right?
your dad wasn't there.
No,
That's interesting.
exactly. Like I'm telling you, looking back at stuff, I'm just like, how did that happen?
But your mom got along with your
Yes,
dad's family.
yes, they did.
Okay.
And they ended up buying the house together,
Okay.
so they got along quite fine.
Okay.
I don't know, but my dad would come and visit, and every time he would come and visit, I remember him and my mom arguing,
Get into
right? And he would be yelling, and she would be crying, and then I don't see him for like a week. So, but
it.
I remember at one time, one of her biggest blowouts was like me and my brother wanting to go over to his house. This
Mhm.
time he was with my younger sister's mom, so they lived in Spanish Town. So that's when my dad ended up in Spanish Town. One of my younger sister's mom, I think, lived there. Don't know the full story behind that.
Mhm.
Um, some of these stories, I was thinking about it today. I was like, I didn't really ask a lot of questions as a kid,
Yeah.
and you just go
You
along with
don't.
it.
You don't.
And when you become an adult, you're just like,
Listen, I
that
have a
didn't
lot
add
of
up.
those family stories too. Yeah, where it's like, okay, so that's my, but that really wasn't my. Okay, but we gonna say that's my. Okay, that's cool. I'm
Right.
with it.
So I remember this one big blowout. She was just like, I don't understand why you guys always want to go to his house and he doesn't do anything for you guys and blah 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 blah. And she was just like arguing, but she was like driving us to his house while she was arguing. Because I think we were flying out the next day, so like she wanted us to just like spend time with him the day before that we were leaving to come to America. So I remember that big blowout, and then it's crazy because when my mom passed away, my dad was like, I don't care about any of her possessions. I don't care what she owned. She had two kids for me, and those two kids are mine, and that's the only thing that I want from this house.
That's it. That's
So my
all.
dad was like, these are my kids. I'm going to take care of them. And my dad, did a great job, in my opinion, of take. So shout out to my dad. If he ever watches this,
Shout out to what's your dad's name?
his name is Chester.
Shout
We'll
out to
call him Chester,
Chester.
but his government name, no, we don't need to use
Yeah,
government.
yeah.
That's
Shout out
Uncle
to
Chester.
Chester. Yeah, shout out to Uncle Chester.
Right.
Yeah, that's exciting. So, growing up, you
Hmm.
just remember the arguing,
Hmm.
but you also just remember spending that time with your mom,
Right.
and then. So, with it being like a blended household, how was it living with your dad's family? Like, who from your dad's family lived there with you?
So they would have been my dad's aunts
Hmm.
or cousins. Because in Jamaica, we call a lot of people aunts. I guess in the black community, we call a lot of cousins aunts. So
Yeah.
they would have been older than my dad. So it would have been his two aunts that lived there. One of them had kids.
Hmm.
They were older than me. I was like a baby. My brother was like, my brother's like 6 years older than me, and all our cousins would have been like 10 years, 15 years older than him.
Hmm.
So I was like one of the younger. I'm the eldest cousin of my.
Generation.
Right.
Okay.
So it was my brother, and my brother would be the baby of my cousins.
Okay.
So I feel like it was a very blended family because everybody was really, really cousin. Nobody had the same last name.
Hmm.
And I remember one time somebody was saying, what do you think what would you use to say, okay, this family is rich? Everybody has the same last name. Like I thought
Mm.
that was the coolest thing. Like, this is the
Really?
Coleman residence.
I know.
You'd be like, this is the Graham, Fowler, Robinson,
All of the
Nita,
above.
whatever residence, because nobody had the same last name. And that used to be one of the coolest things to me. Is like when my friends would be like, "Oh, everybody in your house has the same last name. That's rich.
What?
That's real rich." Because everybody in
Yeah.
my family was cousins, literally. And my brother, like I said, he didn't live with me for most of my childhood because for
Yeah.
some reason my mom took him and he lived in the rural areas with our grandparents.
Yeah.
Don't know why she did that. So again, is when you get older, you're just like, what? How would that make sense?
So with that, like, was your household like strict? Did you go like to church every Sunday? Did you all like what are some things that you all did like on the regular?
We did not go to church. Not my dad's side of the family. My mom's side of the family, very religious. they're like part of the church, have to
Mhm.
be at church. If I go to, country for the summer,
Mhm.
I'm going to church every Sunday. Maybe on a Friday night we have to be at church. Maybe Saturday we have to be at church like every day. It felt like. So my mom's side of the family was more religious. She wasn't religious, but her grandparents who raised her were very religious, and they're a very big part of the family, the church family.
Mhm.
So my mom's side of the family, yes, but my dad's side of the family, they I don't know. My aunts were seamstresses, so they were kind of like entrepreneurs where they worked from home.
Mhm.
So they were always at home. Um, it was okay. We didn't really do anything like as a family. I don't think we went on like trips and picnic and stuff like that. They did make like Christmas a big thing,
Okay.
especially when we were kids, as
Mhm.
as everybody does. When it's the kids, you have all these gifts under the tree and whatever.
Are there any like special traditions or anything that like Jamaicans do that you don't see in the States that you
Mm,
would say like I mean because I guess I never thought about it, but I know like different cultures, different ethnicities, different all that stuff. Some do different things, and I didn't know if Jamaica or Jamaicans
right.
celebrated Christmas
Hmm.
or different things like that. Thanksgiving, because I know some of the stuff is like Americanized
Right.
shit.
I think Thanksgiving is an American thing, 100%, because
Yeah.
nobody else was like killing the natives for land and water. So I think Canada has a Thanksgiving
Fair,
Day, but
fair.
I don't know when that. I think Canada is the only place that might have Thanksgiving. So our biggest holidays, I guess, would be Easter, what we
Hmm.
call Spring Sunday now. I think
Okay.
corporate has changed it to Spring Sunday, so that would be like April.
Hmm.
Easter's a big thing. Um, then Jamaican Independence in August. That's another big party weekend. All these holidays are also big party weekends for Jamaica. Like, you can
Hmm.
party every day. You can party every day in Jamaica for on a regular day.
Because
But
I've seen your stories when you've gone down to Jamaica. I'm like, now hold on, and not even when you've gone down to Jamaica, just going to your Jamaican parties. I've seen you. I'm like, so it's so funny because I was editing the video the when we went to get the seafood boils and
okay.
stuff.
Hmm.
I looked at your story and I'm like, after now I figured that you guys were asleep. I was like, well, there's no way they're up at one
Hmm.
something in the morning. The night has ended, and I never checked my like looked on Instagram or anything because as soon as I finished, like I started like editing, looking at different shit like that. I checked my story. I think it's like four something in the morning. So I'm like, what the fuck are y'all still doing up at a party? And that was I had to look at the time when it was posted.
Two
4 in the
minutes
morning.
ago.
I was like 10 minutes ago. What the fuck are you doing?
Backstory, if this makes it to the video.
Uh-huh.
We had plans this week, guys. For me, Guy, Tierra, and Emma, we're gonna go
Yes.
get some food,
Yes.
seafood boil, and we're supposed to go to my house, have a little games night,
Hmm.
and then just see where the night takes us.
Hmm.
But Guy ended up flaking on us. I'm joking, he didn't flake on us.
I had a
He
podcast
had a
interview.
he had a Guy and Friends podcast or whatever
Yes.
to film. So when we got to my house after the seafood boil, it was just me, Tierra, and Emma, and we're trying to have a games night with the three of us, and I'm just like, this is lame, guys. Like,
Oh no, no. We got to redo. We
okay,
need to
that's
redo.
fine. That's fine.
We can redo it.
So then we're like, all right, let's go to the hookah bar. And then
Was it dead?
it was okay. It was for our Saturday night. It was very much dead because I almost lived at that place like last year, and
Uh-huh.
for our Saturday night that was very very dead. It was
Okay.
giving like
Ghost
Tuesday. They're
town.
not even open on Tuesday. And then someone called me and he's just like, oh, are you going to? One of my Jamaican friends called me and he's just like, are you going out tonight? And I was like, no, I'm staying in my house. But then I remember Emma, my very white friend, very
Yes.
very white.
Shout out to Emma. Shout out to Tier.
Bless her soul. Shout out to Emma. Shout out to her for sticking with me. Okay. Emma always wanted to go to a Jamaican party, so I was like, all right, now is the perfect time since you guys are already on the east side and you guys are at my house. I set up my house anyways for my guests to come over, so we can go and kick it. So we went to the hookah bar.
Before you say that, Carmen, her name was probably underneath somewhere. So go follow her. Go watch her stories. Carmen was gonna buy a whole new TV because we all were supposed to be coming over. She bought a disinfectant little heating vacuum cleaner thing that she
Already had
was
that in my
doing.
house.
She was winterproofing her house, but it's so funny because we both said like that's how it is when you invite people over. It's like no, it can't be like, no, it has to be spick and
Mm-mm.
span. I have to make sure that it's a good first
Mm-hmm.
impression. You cannot think
Mm-hmm.
that I'm living any.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I had to make my house very comfortable for my guests because I've been in my house
I love
almost
that.
2 years. December will make 2 years, and I've never had more than one person come over my house at a time.
Hmm.
So I had like potentially 2 to 3 people. I went to Walmart. I stacked up on snacks, drinks, alcohol. I spent like 125 at Walmart for no freaking reason. Okay, I bought the cutest. I'm not getting into that. I just wanted my house to be very comfortable. So
Yes.
when my guests came over, they're like, yes, we love going to Carmen's house and we'll go back there every time she invites us over.
Okay, so you all went to the Jamaican club.
Right. So we went to the Jamaican spot. So I told him, like, from we're at the house, I said, it's like 10 o'clock now. We can go to the hookah bar and we can use that to kill time because the Jamaican spot's not going to start jumping till like 2 o'clock. And he looked at me like, yeah, yeah, 2 o'clock is the warm up time.
That's crazy. That's when everybody else leaving the club.
Exactly. And I guess people use it as an after spot because people kept asking, "Oh, that's the after hours." No, that's the regular
Yeah, this
hours.
is the regular
This
hours.
this is the regular
We
hours
kicking it
for us.
all night.
Right. So went to the hookah spot. That was cool. And then we went to the Jamaican spot and we had a blast. I think we had a blast. Emma, I know she got some men's numbers. She got some followers because I
Uh-huh.
made sure I posted her so that
Uh-huh.
anybody who saw her, oh, I saw her with Carmen. Okay, my girl, she
Because
got
it's
some
pretty
people.
much like a close knit as far as like the clubs and stuff. Not that everybody knows each other, but everybody kind of, it's like kind of a network a little bit.
I feel so because when you start going to Jamaican parties, you literally see the same people all the
Okay.
time.
Okay. Now, with the Jamaican parties, because I would like to go.
Hmm.
You know, I've retired my all night flight days that I've had, but I would love to come out one time just to experience and have a good time. With that, now, is it like fights and shooting and stuff that happen? Because I've the way that you go and just
Hmm.
be chill,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, they chilling because that's one thing I hate about like clubs and like going out is that there's always a fight,
Mhm.
there's always shooting. But it seems like it's always a good time. Everybody there just to have fun.
So far, from the stories and the gossips I've heard, it's always like the women who are probably getting into it
Got
because
you. And that's
whose
just a
dude is
couple.
doing whatever, and it's probably an American girl coming over and thinking that the Jamaican girls are just gonna let them, do whatever.
And you said it ain't happening.
Right. So I think most of the men, if they're beefing, they don't go to certain parties. You have certain people who keep parties, and then certain people may or may not go to your party if they mess with you or not. You get me?
Hmm.
So I guess I feel like people don't go. Certain Jamaican people don't go to certain parties because they don't mess with certain people. So I don't think it's
Got
ever
you.
like, oh, a fight between the men and
Got you.
guns popping off and stuff like that.
So it's more so just
Maybe I'm
one.
wrong. Leave a comment if you know otherwise.
Hey, you're so funny. Now, to switch gears a little bit.
Okay.
Now, I know that you mentioned that your mom passed away.
Hmm.
And again, I've told you this prior to that you go as far as you choose to
Hmm.
go. It's no pressure, no, none of
Hmm.
that.
Okay.
Now, as far as your mom, if you don't mind me
Hmm.
asking, what happened with that?
Okay. So is that story? Okay. So my mom passed away when I was 9, and I don't want to say passed away like it was health related at all,
Yes.
because health you pass away seems so blah blah blah. No, she was violently gunned down at her house.
Hmm.
So one Sunday, and the whole thing is kind of eerie sometimes when I think about it too. Like I talk about it, like I said earlier, my mom's not religious.
Hmm.
Her side of the family, yes, they are religious, but she never really was a religious person. Like she's almost like, oh, I gotta go to church.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my God.
This is just what I do. Yeah.
Right, because my grandma told me that I gotta go to church. I gotta take my kids to church because So it was kind of like that. So this Sunday morning, for whatever reason, she told me and my brother like, okay, you guys are going to church today, and me and him looked at each other like, what? Because
Hmm.
that's not what we're used to, especially because we're at our dad's side of the family's house,
So
or
this was abnormal. Like what happened that
abnormal.
day?
Yeah, very abnormal.
Okay.
So, because we're not in the rural area with our mom's side, we're at our normal house with our dad's side of the family,
Hmm.
and I mean, they would go to church, but our mom wouldn't make us go to church
Got
or
you.
anything. So she's like, "Oh, you guys are going to church today." So my brother like, "Okay, all right, I guess."
We're going this
I
Sunday.
guess we're going to church. So we're getting ready for church, and I remember very vividly, she and my brother had this big blowout because, I mean, mind you, we don't normally go to church, so his dress shoes had no laces in them, and I don't know
Hmm.
where the laces were. I don't know if he knew where the laces were, but they got into this big blowout, and she's just like, "How do you expect to go to church with
No.
shoes with no laces?"
Yeah.
So I'm outside, I'm already ready. my mom is that type of person where she's real strict.
Mm-hmm.
When she say we leaving at 9, at 9:01, that car is driving, and if you're not in it, you're running down that car. Literally. She was one time, not to cut, but
Oh
one time
yeah.
we are going to the movies, and she's like, "Well, we leaving the house at X amount of time," and she started backing out of the house.
I said we leaving at this time.
Me and my brother were not in the car. We had to run that car down.
Hey, that's hilarious.
Anyways, so she's like, "Oh, we're going to church." She and my brother got into it, and I was outside just listening to them argue, and he's pouting, she's mad, she dropped us off, and I was like, "Bye, mom," and he just like walked away. So after the whole church ceremony, our aunts, the same cousin that I told you that we grew up with, they go to the same church, but they came and found us and like, "Oh, we're gonna, bring you guys home." So we didn't think anything of it. So we go in the car, not thinking anything of it, but we go to one of their houses because at this point they're older, so some of them have moved out of the house.
Mm-hmm.
So they would still, as sisters, go to the same church. So we went to one of their houses, and there was like a whole bunch of cars there. And I remember very vivid, like, oh, maybe it's Sunday. We're having like a Sunday dinner because in Jamaica, Sundays are a more traditional day to have family dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody get together. You might have a big cookout if you have a larger family, I guess. So I thought it was just one of those Sundays where you're just gonna have like a big dinner or whatever. Didn't think anything of it. Then I see my dad pull up. When my dad pull up at somewhere, I'm just like,
What you doing?
I know this is your side of the family, but you don't really come
Yeah.
around like that. So he comes and I'm just like, okay, dad's here. I was inside the house. My dad was outside. I think my dad was talking to my brother. And my brother comes to me and he's bawling his eyes out. And he's just like, oh, dad needs to talk to you. And I'm just like, okay.
And
not
you were
thinking anything.
9, right?
9 years old. So I'm
Okay.
hop skipping and I'm like, oh, daddy needs to talk to me.
And you said your brother is 6 years older than you or 5?
uh 6.
Okay. So he was probably about 15, somewhere around that
Right.
age.
He was
Okay.
15.
Okay.
Yep. Let's see, 88. Yep. He's 6 years older than me. So I go to my dad and he's just like, come here, I need to talk to you. So I'm like, okay. So I sit down in his lap and he's just like, have something to tell you. And mind you, I'm 9. So I'm just like, okay, all right. This is serious, but why are you making it so serious?
Yeah.
And he's just like, I remember the exact words, but he's just like, something happened to your mom this morning after she dropped you guys off at church. She was gunned down and she didn't make it. So I start cracking up, and this is how I know that this is my trauma
Wait.
response.
Wait, because I'm not trying. It's just the fact that you said just because you never told me the fact that you was cracking up, but continue.
It's
I'm
literally
sorry.
how I started. I started laughing because you're joking.
Yeah, I can't believe it. It's like a state of shock.
Literally, and that's always been my response to stuff now. Like I start cracking up because I know you get it.
Yeah.
You're pulling my leg.
Yeah. Not the bullshit. Like, yeah.
So I start cracking up, and he's just like, "Bro, I'm serious." Obviously, he's not using these words, but
No, yeah.
he's like, "I'm serious," and I was like, "What?" And I blacked out. I do not remember what else happened after that. I like immediately blacked out, and I woke up like in a bed, like hours later. Literally blacked. I think I just started bawling so much where I don't even remember like leaving my dad's lap or none of that. Literally just woke up.
Hold on. Let me tell you something. I'm over here tearing up. I'm over here tearing.
I know.
Is it the liquor? I don't know, but I'm over here tearing.
But yeah,
But
blacked
continue.
out. Blacked out. And then, so the situation was that, so after she had dropped us off at church, and this is why it's so eerie because it's like, as soon as she dropped us off at church, when she went back to the house, it was like almost like a drive-by, but it was, I think, and I'll tell you the story behind it.
Mm-hmm.
It was mistaken identity. So they pulled up at the house while she was like opening the gate because some gates are manual. You have to like, so that the yard has a fence with a
Mhm.
gate. So you have to like open the gate to drive the car into the yard. So she was like unlocking the gate and they came up, bow, 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 shot her in the chest. She couldn't breathe. And then she kind of like passed away. So my aunt, one of the sisters, guy, I've told this story so many times. I don't
I
think
know, but it's just like it's some sad shit.
right. It is.
Go ahead.
And as I get older, the situation affects me more. I think because now I'm like really thinking about the ramifications of it. Not necessarily, oh, like I miss my mom or anything like that. But it's
Mhm.
like I don't have a mom. My kids already have one less grandparent. When people are like, oh my God, I can't live without my mom, I'm just like,
Hmm.
I think you're just fine. But
This is fucked up.
well, let me finish
I
telling. Let me
really
finish.
can't. Go ahead.
Pull yourself together, guy.
Out of his looking
No,
because I
it
know
is a sad because you're so close to your mom. It is a sad.
yeah.
It is very sad. But
Because I am so close to my mom
right.
and it's
Do we need to take a break? What?
go ahead, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So my cousin, one of the sisters,
Hmm.
um, she tried to put my mom in the car, and like we had a hospital literally not even a quarter mile away. Like if I go to the end of my street, I can see this damn hospital. And to that day, I tell myself I will not step foot in that in that hospital because what? They took her to the hospital and there were no doctors at all at the hospital that Sunday. Not one doctor to help her.
Wait,
So
how continue? I'm sorry. Why weren't there any doctors? Like it's just a how it is. It's a shortage of staff.
I don't know. I don't know what happened that one day.
It's just
Just not one
a
doctor
day
to
of
help her.
unfortunate events.
Yep.
But you can continue. Go ahead.
Yep. So I later found out that the bullet ricocheted in her organs,
Hmm.
and it wasn't just that she couldn't breathe. It was like one of those bullets. You have certain type of bullets where they will like bounce around in you, so it bounced around and kind of like just messed up all her organs. So she just like failed. Everything just failed that day for her. So, but yeah, I tell myself I will not step foot in the hospital for nothing. Cause how? I mean, it was a Sunday where a lot of Jamaicans don't like to work on Sundays.
Hmm.
So I don't know if it was that one of the situations just like, oh, this is not it wasn't like an emergency hospital, but it
Hmm.
was a big enough hospital where
It should
you
be
should have
some
had
doctor.
someone to help people.
Do you think if because I know you said it pierced her like lung and stuff.
hmm
You think had it been a doctor there that day that it would have like made a difference?
I would have liked to know that someone tried to make a difference.
Yeah.
Even if it would have been a lose lose situation, I would. And to tell you the truth, maybe what I'm telling you now is wrong because a lot of stories that I've had in my head,
Hmm.
when I'm getting older, I'm just like, wow, that was completely wrong. That was
Yeah.
a terrible misconception. Like, so maybe I'm hearing the story wrong, but I remember vividly someone tell me that there was no one there.
Yeah.
So,
Now, with did they ever find out like who murdered your mom or anything like that?
so now that's the next part.
Hmm.
Um, so the same. I don't know if I should even say.
No, no.
I don't care. If she
It's
sees
up
it,
to
she
you.
sees it because she know she know she a part of it.
Hmm.
The same one who brought her to the hospital, her baby daddy lived 2 houses down. And
Hmm.
all my life, the two families just could not get along. Her mom never wanted her to be with their son. I guess the neighbor, she never wanted her son to be with my cousin. They just always hated each other. And the so my mom died in November 3rd actually. And the new year, January 1 of that same year,
Hmm.
my baby cousin, so all right, so the aunt that helped my mom to put her in the car, she used to live at the house, right? So she was sorry, no, she moved out of the house to get
Hmm.
away from the baby daddy, in my opinion.
Hmm.
I don't know if that's true. One day she was visiting the house, and when she got to the house, they tried to rob her and they stole her car with my cousin in it. So they technically kidnapped my cousin.
Hmm.
And I think from that situation, the dad was just him and her were just not
Seeing eye to eye.
seeing
Yeah.
eye to eye on nothing. And I know before that, she was abused by him because I remember
Hmm.
this one time my mom. Remember, I said I went to shift school, so we'd get off at 5 p.m.
Hmm.
And this one time my mom came for me really really late. I'm like, it's pitch black outside, like pushing 7:30.
Hmm.
School ended at 5, ma'am.
Hmm.
I'm your only responsibility.
Hmm.
She didn't pick me up, on her regular time. And when she did pick me up, we went straight to the hospital. The same aunt, she was bruised up, like face swollen. She and the guy got into it and he battered and bruised her.
Hmm.
So they were always, going at it. So the story is that regarding my mom, this guy saw my dad and he was telling him how he was in a holding cell, like in a police station, but it wasn't like jail. It was like a holding cell
Hmm.
over the weekend, and he heard them talking about a or operation that they're gonna be running to off someone's
Hmm.
baby mama. So my aunt at my house, my mom and my aunt drove white cars. I wouldn't say they're similar cars. It was like a Toyota versus a Sunny. It wasn't
Mm-hmm.
a Nissan. It wasn't the same, but
They both were white.
they were both white. So I don't know if the hit was like, okay, she drives a white car. She's probably gonna go to church,
Mm-hmm.
something. So he told my dad that he was in the jail cell hearing them make that play, and it was like in the jail cell in the same community, in our community. So the long and short of it, my cousin's baby daddy set up to kill her, and
Mm-hmm.
they killed my mom instead because I guess the identification of their cars. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the play of it. So the day my mom passed away, my cousin was calling her baby daddy, the same one that they're not in the greatest of
Mm-hmm.
whatever. He's not answering the phone. He's not answering the phone. When he does answer the phone, oh, he's at church. But you don't go to church.
Right.
What are you doing at church all of a sudden? Is that your alibi? Or are you guilty?
Right.
What is it? And I think all that is just so crazy because you're at church. It,
Where's he now?
um, I think he still lives in Jamaica. And it's one of those things where you can't prove it, so you can't hold anyone
Yeah.
accountable. And
Yeah.
Jamaica, they don't investigate stuff. We don't have cold cases
Yeah.
or those shows where people actually do their work and dig into stuff.
Yeah.
They don't care. I also heard my dad said that the guy who actually did it, his payout, he moved to England or
Mm.
some random
Got you.
something like that.
Got
I
you.
don't know for sure. You hear stuff when you're a kid and you don't really ask too many
Yeah.
questions. I'm like, that's what I heard. So he still lives in Jamaica. I know he got like diabetes and they had to like cut off one of his foot or
Yeah.
cut off his hand or something. I'm just like, yeah, serve you right.
Yeah. Damn right.
Serve you right.
Damn right. And like I said, and as you said, one of the reasons why, because I wasn't expecting to get emotional, but I'm so close with my mom and stuff like that, and
You're getting teary eyed again.
because I feel like you was robbed,
Mhm.
you know,
Mhm.
it is fun. So, like thinking back on your mom, like, like what are some memories and stuff that you have of her?
Um, like I said, I know my mom. Again, she passed away when I was 9, so I don't have. I feel like any memories I would have faded away. And
Hmm.
it's sad to say that. And like anytime people see me, they're just like, "Oh, you sound just like her. Your mannerisms are just like her. You look just like her."
Hmm.
I was like, "Great."
You like I don't yeah.
Because even on my trip, when I led a European tour, last month.
We gonna get on
We gonna
that.
get on
Yeah,
that. Okay.
I know because we gonna lighten this up in a minute. I can't stay; it's too heavy.
Right.
But go ahead.
I did see my grandma my first time like hanging out with my grandma, and even she's just like, "Oh my God, you sound just like her. You look just like her." And I'm just like, "Thanks." I don't know what I'm
Just
supposed to do with
say,
this sometimes. It's like and it can get overwhelming for me because it's like everybody has all these memories of her, and it's almost not overwhelming, but jealous.
yeah.
I'm jealous because I don't have these memories. I don't remember that much. I remember my mom being real strict.
Mhm.
She was very tomboy.
Mhm.
I was saying in one of my videos, like I didn't have a chance to not be tomboy. My grandma's tomboy,
Uh huh.
my mom tomboy. Me, I think I might be the more girly of the three,
Uh huh.
and that's because of my friends, and we can get into that a little bit. 'Cause if I didn't have my friends, I'd be in. But but yeah, I do agree that I was robbed.
Yeah.
Um, because when people say, "Oh, I need my mom," or just to have somebody to confide in and ask for advice on certain stuff. Yeah, I have my dad, but that's a man.
Yeah. Yeah. It's different.
It's different.
Yeah. I just feel like a mother's love is different.
Hmm.
That's just how I feel. Of what I know is that just a mother's love is different, and I'm sure that it's even more so for women and like little girls and stuff like that. So that's why I'm like, I just think it's sad and it's fucked up that that you had to go through that
Right.
and try to process it being so young.
Hmm.
And I think that goes to why you are blunt. I think that goes to because when I see you and like talk to you about anything, you from the first time that I met you and just having a conversation with you, you always have given me like strong, as far as like strong, resilient, like I don't know, like your energy just gives me like you've overcome. So just to like seriously, just to have known you, that's I can't say that I know that you've been through something, but
Mhm.
knowing now, like I can see why you are the way that you are, and I love that stuff about you because I'm telling you, I love the bluntness because you're not gonna sugarcoat this shit for me. You're not gonna sugarcoat it for nobody. My thing is like what you say is what you mean, and that's
Right.
cool because it's like okay, I see where you coming from. Okay,
Right.
that's what you. All right, you said that this ain't that. Okay, that's cool. I'm glad to know as opposed to me trying to read into some stuff. Um, do you think that like formed who you are?
Um, I feel like it played a part, yes, because as a kid, I had to know like it's not gonna be nice and easy for me because I already have one less parent.
Yeah.
That's one less support. That's one less person to go to.
Hmm.
So I just know that I have to stand on my own 2 feet. Like there is no backup plan. There's no, oh, I'll fall back on this. It's either you get it done now, you better work 2 jobs, which I do. I do work 2 jobs because I don't have anybody
Get it.
else. Right.
Hmm.
My dad, he is supportive in a advice way.
Yeah.
If my mortgage, my rent, I pay a
She
mortgage.
got
I pay a
mortgages.
mortgage. If I can't
Yeah.
pay my mortgage, baby, you shit out of luck.
Yeah.
There's no mom, oh, I can spot you this one time.
Yeah.
It's not like that. So you have to work twice as hard and keep
Absolutely.
yourself afloat. So that's how that shaped me, and that's just how I've been. I'm gonna go get it if I want it. I'm gonna get it myself.
Yeah. And but the crazy thing is, I see it in you. Like I said, people already because somebody at our job he makes a joke, but he was like, "Oh, even though I'm not even Jamaican, he was like, he always referenced me being Jamaican. He was like, I know you and your sister, and your siblings got like 3 or 4 jobs. Y'all working a bunch of jobs because y'all trying to make sure." And I'll tell you about who it is after, but I'm just like, I'm not Jamaican, but okay, and I only have one job.
Right, I
Like
was gonna say you have
Gabby
Gabby
has
every now and
multiple.
again.
Yeah, she does like multiple jobs, but I'm like, I only have one job, man. But I'm like, okay, but that's something that I hear like Jamaicans
Mhm.
are people who work hard working.
Mhm.
You know what I
Right.
mean? And I think, like you said, with all of that of your upbringing and you know with your mom and everything, I think that me personally, from the outside looking in, I feel like knowing that. I feel like it has shaped you in a positive way though,
Mhm.
because you are hardworking. You get it out the mud. When I tell you, I'm looking at your stories and shit. You cutting hedges, mowing lawns, you doing home projects, all kinds of
Yep.
stuff.
Because I always tell people like if you're gonna own a home, you have to either be rich to be
Mhm.
lazy. If you have the money to pay somebody to do it, then great, good for you. Is it,
Mhm.
or you're gonna have to go out there and go do it yourself.
Mhm.
You have to choose. Either you're gonna be lazy and be rich for you to, afford to pay somebody to cut your lawn,
Mhm.
or you're just gonna have to get up and go do it yourself. When I post on my stories and I'm cutting my grass, people are just like, Carmen, what? I've never seen a girl cut her yard. Imagine these are all my Jamaican friends. So I feel like in America it's more common for a female to cut her own yard.
Yeah.
I think so. My Jamaican friends are like, "You're nothing like your other friends," and I'm like, "Yes," and
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm convincing them, aspiring them to do these things. If they had yards to cut, not yet. My friends are gonna be homeowners soon,
Absolutely.
and they may have yards to cut. They don't have them to cut right now, but my friends are
But even
gonna.
even even outside of that, I think with that you are able to do it on your own.
Hmm.
Independence. You don't need a man to do shit. That's an accessory.
Guy.
That's an addition. You could do it all.
I feel like calling me independent, and I've told people this now. That that's disrespectful. Okay, I am not an independent black woman.
Yeah.
I need a man.
You know what? My thing is, you may want
Yeah.
a man, but you don't need him because my thing is, like I said, that's honestly, you are a upgrade for him
Yeah.
because you got a lot of women out here who don't want to lift a finger. Oh no, I can't do that. I need my man to do
Hmm.
that. You like shit. It got to get done. I ain't about to play around with his ass. You know what I mean? So that's a plus if you have a man come in
Yeah.
who wants to take some of that load that you've already been doing.
Yeah.
You know, I think if you a good man and you got that bread, no, I mean,
No,
if you
he
got,
needs
that's
to
a
have
plus.
bread. He needs to have bread. Okay.
If you got that bread and you a
He,
good man, this is a great catch. This is
no
a great
kids, please,
catch.
Jesus. No kids.
Because Carmen doesn't have any kids.
Mm.
So if you don't have no kids, but if you got kids and you rich and you got some good money, you know what I'm saying? Then holla at Carmen,
I'll
you know
take
what I'm
like
saying?
one
You
kid.
look one kid. Look down below, you see where her at. Go follow her and show her some love. Now I'm gonna shift gears a little
Okay.
bit, to bring us up a
Bring
little
it. All right,
because
fine, fine.
I don't know if I have any more tears left to
Oh,
cry.
I can I can give you some
Oh,
more.
trust me, they're there. I'm trying to fight them. I do want to say I want to thank you for sharing that,
Mm.
just because I know that is um you have to be vulnerable and have to like open up to really share that story. But I think that you are kind of like sharing your mom with us and getting to, you know what I mean, like I feel like I'm able to, especially what you saying, people say that you're similar to her. I get to know her through
Oh.
you. So I'll say, so I'll say thank you for sharing the stories and just sharing the memories of your mom with me, because again, you didn't have to, and
Hmm.
like I said, that was something I wanted to leave to you, whether you wanted to, because I this you know because sometimes when people think about like podcasts or anything like that, it's like a gotcha, or yeah, I
Hmm.
want to pry. My thing is like, that's not what this is. I don't want you to be uncomfortable or not share nothing that you don't feel comfortable sharing. So
Right.
I just want to thank you, because I know that is like not a easy story, as you can see from my tears, to
Listen,
share.
I feel like that story makes a lot of people, especially people who are closest to their mom. I feel like I
Absolutely.
get y'all.
Because no, because for me, the way that I look at it before I change gears, for me, is because I know how close I am with my mom.
Hmm.
I know that I think I'm trying to, because I think about that sometimes. Like, what would I do? How would life be? How would I maneuver? I don't know if all of my siblings will be able to function.
Hmm.
For me, I think it'll be hard, and I
Hmm.
don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to function, but I try, because I know the day will someday come.
Hmm.
And, I feel like you think of people getting older and you think of, okay, I can kind of see if somebody's like 70 or 80 or something, it's like I not only have limited amount of
Yeah.
years, but with you being so young and with her being
Hmm.
young, it's like I said, you arrived, and
Hmm.
you when stuff is unexpected, you have to try to figure out your work. Your head is just like
Hmm.
in a million different places, and you're trying to figure it out. So for me, it's just heavy, because not only for myself, just because I think those memories past now
Hmm.
would have meant a lot to you. Like you
Yeah.
said, being able to have those conversations
Hmm.
and things like that.
Yep.
But like I said, I'm a
Let's lift it
switch
up.
gears a little bit. It's still a little low, but I want to shift it a little
Okay.
bit. Now I wanted to talk a little bit about Hurricane Melissa, which just hit Jamaica last week or 2 weeks
Hmm.
ago.
That's
Dev
getting me teary-eyed.
I know you told me a little bit about it, but it devastated
Hmm.
Jamaica, and it was like a category 5.
Right.
When you heard about it, because when I first saw it, you were the first person that I thought of. I'm
Right.
just like, I gotta see Carmen, and um hearing a little bit behind the scenes of your thoughts, like
Mhm.
how did that affect you, and what was your thoughts about that?
All right, so I've lived through a Category 5 hurricane before, and I mean, I'm learning now that the way how the one that I experienced kind of hit the island. So if the island is here, the hurricane kind of like passed below it, but we still got winds and heavy rainfall from that
Mm-hmm.
one. For this hurricane, it like passed through part of the island, so they got the full on brunt of it.
Yeah.
The hurricane kind of passed on the west side of the island, and my family's on the east side of the island. So yes, they got heavy rain, but this hurricane, I don't know if there was like a freaking tornado built into this
Mm-hmm.
hurricane, but I've never seen devastation like this in my life. Like all of us are like, there's something different with this hurricane. Like everybody's trying to figure out why was this one so strong. It
Mm-hmm.
was a Cat 5, but we've seen Cat 5s before, and it never destroyed the country like this.
Yeah.
And I think for me, even though I saw the videos of people literally like on their beds, seeing their roofs shaking,
Mhm.
and then the roof peeling back like a freaking
Mhm.
sardine tin. That was crazy
Yeah.
for me. And for like 3 days straight, every time I would sit down and like watch videos, I would bawl my eyes out. I'm like at work, minimum,
Yeah.
devastated because and I felt bad because it's almost like survivor's guilt. I heard that a lot of people are having that in Jamaica where my family is fine, but my friends and extended, their extended family, they're not so fine because on the west side of Jamaica would be more a rural area,
Mhm.
not developed as Kingston
Yeah.
or like the cities Montego Bay where they use cement, rebar, bricks to build their houses.
Yeah.
Some of these people piece together pieces of wood,
Yeah.
plyboard to make these houses. They have no structural integrity whatsoever. So as soon as the winds blew, the whole house crumbled. You get me? Like, imagine just laying in your bed and well, I know that there's a hurricane outside, but it's gonna be fine. And that's another thing with Jamaica is like for years the hurricanes would be saying, okay, I'm gonna come straight through the island, and then it goes
Mhm.
like whoop, or it goes whoop, and that's just completely passes the whole country.
Yeah.
So everybody's like, no hurricane is coming, no hurricane. It's like almost like this hurricane was that, yo, you're gonna cry wolf.
Yeah.
Oh, a hurricane is coming, but it never ever comes. We'll be
Yeah.
fine. We'll be
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
And then
We've
this
dealt with them
one,
before.
this one was just like, I'm just gonna level this whole country.
That's
There are
crazy.
hillsides of trees that were just beautiful, lush, and now they look like the desert,
Mhm.
just dry, brown, not one leaf on these trees. And I'm talking like acres and acres of just parched land. And it's just so crazy to see because I never in a million years would I think all this relief would, these relief funds would need to be
Yeah.
put together to help Jamaica. Like I just never ever imagined this, and I mean we live in the middle of the Caribbean. We should have expected this, but
But it's crazy that you say that because that's something that always goes into my mind. Like when I think of like Jamaica or any like islands, just
mhm,
islands in general,
mhm,
I always think about like hurricanes
mhm,
and how it impacts or affects those areas just because you can't escape. Like if it's a hurricane that's hitting Florida or somewhere in the United States, you can hurry up and catch a airplane out or drive up. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times, even if it hits like the U.S., people think. Okay, until they actually see it happening, and then that's when people start
mhm,
driving up, and it's because they are already grounded all the flights. And so to see, I always think about like when it hits like islands, it's like you have no place to go. You
no,
can't drive anywhere.
mhm,
It's kind of like you just have to, you're just there.
right,
And so even with you showing me like some of the footage and some of the videos on like social media of people who have shown like the devastation that's happened
mhm,
in in their houses, or even like the story of you said like the person was in the car
mhm,
um who died, and it's like it's just crazy to see, and it's almost like a helpless feeling just
mhm,
because it's kind of
exactly,
like there's nothing you can do.
nothing,
You
and
can hide under, and even what you saying like the structures are made out of plywood or whatever the case may be, it's like this is not reinforced, and
mhm,
it's like you were really just kind of a sitting duck just hoping and praying
mhm.
that you make it through.
Right. Because even there are some of the shelters that people are supposed to run to. The roof
Mhm.
fell off of that. The roof blew off. So some of the places, the walls might be like the structure might still be there. The perimeter of the building might be there, but there is no covering because how you're supposed to build that against how you're supposed to build that, I guess a lot of places weren't building to code.
Mhm.
And in America, you guys are very strict on code and inspectors and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't really feel like we have that in Jamaica. Maybe for the commercial buildings, but I feel like for like a residential place, nobody cares.
Do you think that after this hurricane that they
I
may
hope
invest in
so.
that, or they may like, think more about like trying to the infrastructure of it all?
Right. So a lot of people I've been seeing chatter of that where we're saying, we hope this go around the government will help a lot of these people. Well, the land belongs to me, and it's not like in America where the land doesn't really belong to the person.
Yeah.
In Jamaica, the land belongs to that person, and the taxes aren't that as heavy. Like what I'm paying in taxes a month.
Property taxes.
If I'm paying $500 a month, Jesus, In property taxes here, I think so. I own two houses in Jamaica with my dad, one, and with my brother, the other one. And the property taxes on one house was probably like freaking $100 for the whole year,
Hmm.
100 US for the whole year, and that alone is ridiculous. But anyways, the people own their land, so we're hoping that the government will help them because Jamaica had like an insurance policy
Hmm.
on the island against hurricanes, and they had like I think three different insurance
Oh, okay.
policies. So they're gonna get like I think they've already got like 300 million USD
Okay.
already on these insurance policies. So we're hoping, and everybody's hoping that the government doesn't, oh, we don't know where the money went,
Yeah.
and they actually help these people build at least like a starter house.
Yeah.
You don't have to build me a 5 bedroom mansion, but
Yeah.
give me two bathrooms, three bedrooms, something
Yeah.
small that I can add on. And then they reinforce code. Say, okay, well, if you're gonna build, you need a permit, you need
Yeah.
inspections every so often, and I mean, it costs a lot of money. So I don't know if people are gonna rebuild. We don't know. I'm not a part of the developing committee in Jamaica, so I have no
Well,
clue.
well, I hope that they do. And even like you said, like people aren't asking for multi-bedroom. It's just even what you saying, like with the plywood and stuff like that.
Mhm.
These are already people who are living humbly,
Mhm.
and it's just like I just need a roof over
Mhm.
my because even
Right.
like the video that you showed, people were still cooking and
Mhm.
everything.
Mhm.
Like that is
Yeah.
resilience. That is resilience.
That's one thing I give the Jamaican people.
Resilient.
Resilient.
Yes.
Okay, they're gonna still find some way to akikiki in the middle of the most traumatic thing I've ever seen to
Mhm.
hit Jamaica in my time at least. We've never seen anything like this. And even like today people are still there. What's happening now is a lot of old rivers
Yeah.
have reformed in the middle of communities.
Mm.
Like now there's this community in Manchester called Content where if this was the roof of the house, the water is here
Mm.
and it's covered the whole entire community because I think it used to be a riverbed.
Now, with that, I know that you said that your dad, you couldn't get in contact with him because it messed up like the
Mhm.
like a grid and
Mhm.
everything. So, how was that feeling of not being able to communicate with your dad, especially, with everything that happened with your mom and everything, and then
Mhm.
now you can't communicate with your dad after the devastation that happened
Mhm.
in Jamaica. Like, how did that hit you originally, and then have you talked to him since?
So originally it didn't hit me because again, we're so used to the hurricanes really passing us.
Yeah.
So I didn't really think it was gonna be as bad as it was. But watching it on the news, I knew that. So a hurricane has an eye, which is the middle part of the
Mhm.
hurricane, which the walls are where the wind is. So think of like a tornado,
Mhm.
and the outer walls of the tornado is where the wind would be
Yeah.
hitting. So that part of the hurricane was more so on the west side of the country, so I knew that his side was fine.
Yeah.
So with me not hearing from him, I don't think I really panicked. My dad is literally a cockroach. I don't think that man is gonna die anytime soon. He is
Uh-huh.
gonna find a way. He complains all the time. Oh, I'm gonna die soon, and you gotta put stuff in place. You're not dying anytime soon.
Yeah.
When my children are probably in their 20s, 30s,
Yeah.
then maybe.
Yeah.
When you're 90 something, father, I always tell him you're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So I knew he would be fine. One, because he's like a cockroach and he's gonna figure out a way to survive, and two,
Mhm.
because the hurricane was more so on the west side. But when I saw like people's houses flying off, then I kind of got worried. Like, did the roof fall off?
Yeah.
Did anything happen to the house itself? Because as some people know, I'm working two jobs literally to finish this house that my
Mhm.
dad, been trying to build for all his life, and not all his life, most of my life.
Yeah.
And I took it up like, okay, I just have to help my dad to finish this house. So I just need to work two jobs so I can help him finish the house. And
Which
it's
is
like,
a beautiful house,
thank
by
you,
the way.
thank you. Where
It's a mansion. She's being modest. It ain't no
it's
house. It's what she calling a house. As I've seen, it's a mansion.
listen, in my defense, the house is technically right now a triplex.
Okay.
So it's not like just one big house or one big family house. It's rental. Well, it's not
But if she
it's
wanted to knock down the walls,
yeah.
when I tell you how big it is, it's a beautiful house.
Thank
Especially
you.
like because I think the misconception that, like, when I asked you what's misconception, like a misconception that I have, and I think that a lot of people from America have, is that you go there for tourism, you go
Mhm.
down there on a cruise, you go down there to go to a resort or something
Mhm.
like that, and then you automatically thinking, because even like I said, when I went, I did see huts as
Huts.
far as the houses
Oh,
that I
okay,
saw.
okay.
So people are thinking like, okay, smaller houses, huts.
Mhm.
I'm thinking like, I don't know if you've ever been to New Orleans, but they don't even have like porches. It's like on the ground, and I'm like, you wouldn't think that it was like, it's nothing like a like Cleveland,
Mhm.
like the houses, like
Okay.
the structure. So you would think that it would be more like smaller. You would think that
Mhm.
there would be like dilapidated houses, but
Mhm.
no, that
So
house is very nice. That
thank you,
is
thank you,
very
thank
nice.
you. So I guess on the west side you'd have more of those dilapidated houses, not
Hmm.
necessarily huts, made out of straw and stuff like that, but they would be smaller, studio,
Yeah,
not necessarily a working bathroom and stuff
yeah,
like that. So that's why that part of the island kind of got so devastated because most of those houses were makeshift. I
yeah,
don't want to call people's house makeshift.
yeah. No,
Sorry.
I got what you saying. I get what you're saying.
But so yeah, so the house, my dad's house is technically, when we're done, we're gonna have three rentals at the bottom and then or family quarters, I guess, at the top. So it's not necessarily just a big mansion or whatever. It's my dad's income because he doesn't work. My dad has never worked a day in my life.
But he made ends meet.
He made ends meet. Shout out to my dad.
Now with that, with the house though, do you see yourself, because is that now, are you going to get some of the revenue, or is it just your dad going to get it? Or because I was going to say, if you are getting some of the revenue, would you like stop working, or would you
Hmm.
continue to work? Like, what
I
would that
don't
look like
think
for you?
I don't think the revenue. So the revenue would be more to sustain my dad for now. I mean, the house is in my name, my name and his name.
Hmm.
So if anything was supposed to happen to him, I would have 50% stake in the house, and then the other 50% would go to my siblings.
Hmm.
Because that's the structure of the house. The They call it tenancy
Hmm.
of the house. So if anything happens to him, his half goes to his kids, which I'm also his kids. I don't know if I get like
Another share?
55.
Yeah. Another share of that?
Right.
You're
So
entitled.
right. So it's more so to just, my dad's not flashy. He's not, he's he's very humble in his lifestyle. So the revenue would technically just go to him. I mean, I don't really care
Yeah.
either way. I mean, if anything happens to him, I know it's gonna be mine, and I'm gonna keep having it just basically fund itself. And if I need to go to Jamaica and party, at least I don't have to save up to do it, because there might be some money in the account from the rentals when I
Yeah.
get older. Who knows?
But see, even with that, again, y'all, she working two jobs. We work together at one of her jobs, her on call job.
Hmm.
You know,
Shout out to that job. I
I
tell you that money,
know-
Father God, don't let it stop.
look, don't let it stop. But I work with her at her on call job, but she also works a full time job.
Hmm.
And then, like you said, a lot of that money, you send back so
Hmm.
your dad can finish
Right.
the house and everything.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I should say houses, but to finish that house, but also, then you use it to make sure that you're taking care of what you need to here, those property taxes here in Cleveland.
Right. But, I am a businesswoman, okay? First, because
Yeah,
all my houses, and I think all the houses I may own, are gonna be some kind of revenue generating house. Because in my house here, it's a duplex where I
absolutely.
I
Go
rent I
ahead.
rent half of it. So
Talk your shit.
yeah, yeah. Anyway, we make money,
Hey,
multiple streams of income. I
she
need
has
more.
several.
I need seven. Let's start at seven. No one say several. I need seven. Let's start.
And so if you trying to add on to another stream for her,
Right.
speaking of another stream of income, Carmen also is dabbling in content creation.
Oh
Woo!
gosh,
Welcome to the
yes.
world of content creation, which I love. I follow her on Instagram, and she does like right now she's doing like her Instagram stories, and I'm hoping she ventures off to like reels and post and then TikTok and all that stuff, because she has the potential. Because recently you went across the pond to
We
the
went across the
UK,
pond to hang with the Brits.
to the Brits. You want to have a little tea and crumpets with London and
I
Paris.
went to Paris.
A little bit, oui, oui, mon chéri.
Yeah.
But
Yes, Carmen. I'm here.
so you went over to London and Paris.
Hmm.
What was that experience like?
Lord.
Lord.
So I was just randomly, let me just start about how I even came up with the idea. I'm always on Google Flights just looking at stuff because every second I'm just like, I need to get out of Cleveland.
Yeah.
I'm tired of being here. I just want to go somewhere. I mean, I'm always going to Jamaica, but I need to add some more, countries to my list. So I'm always on Google Flights and I'm just like using the Explorer to just see what stuff's out there. And I
Hmm.
always fly Delta because I'm a Delta girlie. Okay, shout out to Delta. One day you guys are gonna sponsor me,
Sponsor Delta.
fly
Sponsor
me
me
out.
too.
I had some Delta credit from my credit cards because I spend a lot of money with Delta. I
You
had
heard that,
some
Delta?
some flight credits and I didn't want them to expire, so I was just like, I need to just find somewhere to go. And I was just looking at flights, and London was like, it was like $600, and I was like, well, I already have $200 off, so that's $400. Girl, math. So I'm like, I'm like a couple weeks before my dad was like, you're not gonna look for your grandma. You're not gonna look for your grandma. She's probably gonna die soon or something. I'm like, why are you always talking about people dying soon? Like,
You said don't be so doom and gloom.
right.
Uh,
So I was like, all right, well, I still have some vacation days. I already planned out Jamaica's trip. So I still have like a week of vacation that I was literally gonna just do my first staycation where I just sit in the house for, how many days and just chill in the house. I've never done that before. And it still didn't work out this year. So I was like, I saw London and then my travel agent, Raven at ADRD Travels. If you guys need to book any, I'll
yeah,
plug in
say,
my
say it
people.
again. Say it again.
So if you are looking to book, if you're going to Jamaica or anything like that, great travel agent, Raven at ADRD Travels on Instagram.
Yeah.
Or just like, hit me up and I'll refer you over to her, okay?
Yeah.
So I said to her, okay, I got a Delta credit, so I need to fly Delta, but I need you to book everything else. And I tell you, my girl, she booked my hotels, she booked excursions. I told her I want to go on the train. I don't want to fly to Paris. I need that whole experience.
Hmm.
She booked everything seamlessly. I had a great time. She checked in on me, made sure everything was fine. And one of the hotels I didn't really care for, she's like, if you want to go to a new hotel, let me know. I'll get you there tomorrow. I was like, you know, that's what I'm paying for.
Yeah.
Um,
If you don't mind me asking,
mhm.
what was the price?
So in total for the hotels, because I stayed at three different hotels, because I went to London, I stayed there for like 2 days. I went to Paris, stayed there for 2 days, and then I was back to London for 5 days. In total, I think I paid like 2,300.
Okay.
And I also got a river cruise when I was in Paris,
Which looked fun.
which I fell asleep on. I was just doing too much. I was all over the place, but it was fun. The whole trip was fun. Um, People are very alarmed that I was solo traveling, but I'm just like, if I wait on people, I will never get anything done. I wanted to go to
Yeah.
London. My friend actually, Kristen, she got to do her master's in London, which was another boost for me to just go on
That
this
was
trip.
the woman the woman that was in London when you were there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So she's one of my travel partners where me and her have gone on cruises and just done random stuff together. It's her birthday. It was her birthday at the end of October, so I was like, okay, I'll just pop over to London real quick, because it's her. She lived in Jamaica and she was away from her friends and all that. So I was like, let me just go over there, give her a
Yeah.
little boost of morale and hang out with her for a little bit because it was her birthday coming up and she's in a different country. So I was like, okay, I can go to London. I can see my grandma. I can spend time with my friend. I can go to Paris. I
And it was
put it
cool.
on a credit card.
It was cool seeing grandma.
It was.
I know, cause she looked like she was having a good old time, and I felt like she was having fun seeing you.
And that's another thing that I felt robbed
Yeah.
about because
Cause whose mom
my
is?
mom's mom. Yeah.
Wow.
So she's my mom's
Wow.
mom, and I feel like I didn't have a relationship. When people are like, "Oh, my grandma, I love my grandma
Yeah.
so much," I'm like, I have a grandma.
Yeah. But you didn't have that
I didn't have a
relationship.
relationship with her like that.
So you got to see grandma,
Hmm.
and that was her daughter or like a cousin that was also with you all.
It was my aunt, so her daughter. Yeah.
So was that your mom's sister?
Yes.
Oh
My mom's sister,
wow.
who I also don't have a relationship with, but
I know.
we're gonna be building it,
No,
going forward.
absolutely. I
So.
think that was a start, and I
Hmm.
think that was pretty cool. Like I said, just watching on the outside looking in, I thought it was so cool. And I'm telling y'all, I followed her entire trip. It was engaging.
Hmm.
I was like, okay, okay, where's she going next? Okay, I learned about the little roundabout by the
Arc de
arch.
Triomphe.
Yes, arch. What is it?
Arc de Triomphe.
Arch de Triomphe.
Arc.
Arc de
I
Triomphe,
don't know if I'm pronouncing that wrong.
all
French
that.
people. But
Oui, oui, mon
Arc,
chéri. Uh-huh.
right. It's me in
It's
Paris.
in Valley. I got to see her there and
Hmm.
the roundabout, and you seeing the people, cars coming, these people stopping. It was just all cool just to see you at, going to eat,
Right.
just doing all the things. Just because for me, I've never been there before. I'm scared to fly over water. Carmen's trying to get me out of it because I'm one of the people who she brought up the trip to. Like, I'm going to, you need to get your passport.
Right.
But for me, I'm just scared of, scared of flying over water. I'm scared to be on a plane in general. I'm scared of going a long distance. So like the hours, but I do want to get out because there are places that I do want to see because
Yeah.
my mom, she's like well traveled. She's been all over the
Hmm.
place. My dad's been like a bunch of places too, but if I can get over the fear, it's not that I don't want to go to these
Hmm.
places. It's
Yeah.
just the fear. So if I can get over the fear, I would do it. But something that happened while you were in Paris.
I was not in Paris. I was in London. And it's my alibi. Let me stick that right now.
So as I'm watching her stories and stuff, I get a news headline that the Louvre,
Well,
a heist has happened. The Louvre has been robbed. And immediately I was like, Carmen, no, not you. It's going over to the UK to steal the Mona Lisa.
when I tell you so many people sent me news articles like, where are you, Carmen? Where are you? I'm like, I'm in London. My alibi is I'm out of the country. I have stamps in my passport. Okay. I have left the building. I am not there. I did not set it up. I had nothing to do with that. Nothing at all. It was crazy because and a lot of people were sending it to me because like yourself, a lot of people were so engaged in my content. I don't think I've
Yes.
ever gotten engagement like that in my life. And I mean, I've always been I wouldn't say a content creator, but I've always vlogged stuff or I always pick up my phone and like just talk to the video
Yeah.
about stuff that's happening in my life. I guess I have the potential to be a content creator, so I'm
Yes,
an
you do.
aspiring content creator.
She's gonna do it.
Oh God. I think my fear is like, what if people don't watch it? I mean, yeah, my
No.
friends are watching it, but will other people like
And
it?
I'm gonna post it. I'll repost it. I'm telling you, like once you because it's like with the stories, unless you like tag me, you really can't repost
Right.
like some of the things. But once you start doing like reels
Hmm.
and TikToks or YouTube videos or wherever you choose to, whatever platform
Yeah.
or form you choose to do, I'll definitely support. I'll definitely post you on here. You can come back again. I plan for you to have, to come back again. But you definitely had a potential because I'm telling you, some days I was like, why hasn't Carmen posted yet? What's going on? Oh, she was on her flight back to London. Okay, so that may have been why she didn't post. I was so engaged that I'm just like another episode. I was like, the episode was scheduled for today. Why this time? Why? Usually because we're on different times,
Right. Hmm.
like the time zone. So usually you out kicking it when I'm asleep,
You're
and then I
right.
wake up. I was like,
Hmm.
oh wow, I have a lot of content to watch. And I think when you were flying back to London, I was like, uh. Carmen, what's going on? And I was one of those people that was kind of shocked of you going by yourself because, like, even when Gabby, like, cause she's been places with her or like by herself, or she's taken like Jordan,
Hmm.
and I'm always like, wait, what? You don't need to
Right.
go be going. So when you went, I'm like, and I think I don't know if I told you beforehand or while you were there, I was like, make sure you post that you made it
Made
back
it
to your
back. Yes,
hotel.
I was about to say, Guy made sure that at one of my videos, the last one, I have to say, well, I'm back safely to my
Mhm.
hotel.
Mhm. Mhm. Just because, you know, though you should be able to go anywhere by yourself, but you
Yeah.
just never know. You never knew that a heist was gonna happen while you were there. You know what I mean?
And what's crazy about that is because that same river cruise that I was on the day
Mhm.
before, I think the heist happened a day or 2 days before I left London. And we were on the river Seine, beautiful.
Mhm.
I just keep thinking about, I just want to take a walk down the Seine, and
Yeah.
because they have like, you have the river and then you have like the bank where you can just come down from the street and you just walk, and people were having picnics and they were having date nights. I was like, this is so cool. But on the cruise, we got like headphones that you could no lies. There was an app, not an app, a website that you could go on, and each thing that you passed, it would have like a little podcast audio where you can hear about the
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
history or some type of fun fact about it. When we were passing the Louvre, it was just like, oh, the Mona Lisa, she's so expensive. There's no true price to her because nobody wants to, give her a price. So
Mhm.
they can't insure her because she doesn't have a set
Really?
value.
I didn't know
So
that.
the Louvre pay most of their money towards security because they can't insure her. Then the next day they rob it.
Wow. So where all that good money going to
Exactly.
secure all of these expensive objects, rare objects?
Exactly.
That's crazy because that says a lot. I didn't know that. So it's crazy that all this stuff is it just the Mona Lisa or other things there too that are like uninsured?
I'm not entirely sure, but it just talked about the Mona Lisa. So,
But
but
that's
I just assumed that,
crazy.
well, if you're gonna guard the Mona Lisa, you're gonna guard the whole freaking Louvre.
Yeah.
But I guess not. I guess the Mona Lisa is fine over there.
They like, did the Mona Lisa get taken? All right, well, we did our job.
We good. We don't care. We don't care too much, right?
So, as far as like content creation,
Mhm.
like what inspired you to like do content creation or even like step into that realm? Like, what do you want to get out of it?
Okay, what inspired me, and I was talking to somebody about this, is I'm always by myself,
Mm-hmm.
right? It gets lonely. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll just pick up my phone and act like I'm talking to people.
Yeah.
And people always say that's exactly how it comes off. It's like I'm sitting here talking to you, just like how I was talking. I'm just like,
I know.
guys, guess what happened today? Guess this crazy stuff. And that's because I just feel like I'm talking to somebody, and then I'll get engagement, and then that will give me the validation of someone being there, someone seeing what I'm doing, and me also documenting
Yeah.
what I'm doing. What I want to get out of it, I mean, I don't believe in like overconsumption. I don't want to be one of those people who sell you stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a content creator to brand deals so you can go buy freaking bottles of water or whatever. We spend enough money as is. I want to be one of those people who just entertain. Like I just want
Yes.
to talk about my life and have somebody laugh, and that's all I really and truly want out of it.
Yeah.
That's all I want out of content creation. And everybody doesn't get me though. That's the next thing. It's like some people watch my stuff and then, because they know me,
Mm-hmm.
they engage in it or they think it's funny, or I don't know if a regular person is just gonna.
No, I feel like honestly, I think, and I hope that at least people who watch this podcast getting a chance to know you. Listen, some of this stuff I knew, but it still brought me to tears. So I feel like you are relatable. I feel like I said, your strength,
Hmm.
your resilience, just your overall, your hustle. You know what I mean? I feel like so many people can relate to you and can aspire to do some of the things that you do. So I think that you definitely have the potential.
Thank
Like I
you.
said, my thing is I watch a lot of different people's stories and stuff, and not even just because you're my friend, it's just because your shit was engaging. So I was really watching. So I definitely feel like you have it. I think even if you took all of your stuff that you
Hmm.
did, like had you took everything that you had did in Paris and London
Hmm.
and you had did it long form and you just walking and talking,
Hmm.
I feel like people will watch that,
Right.
especially when the fact that you travel. People love travel vlogs and stuff
Hmm.
like that, or even with I watch you cook at home and I'm just like, okay, because I find it interesting. I think because I know American culture
Right.
and everything like that, you bring Jamaican culture, which some people may not know a lot about,
Right.
and maybe like, oh, that's interesting. Oh, I never knew that. Oh, that's what you do. Oh, that's why you do that. Oh, you don't live in huts. You know what I mean? It's just my thing is like because that is a stereotype, and even for me, like I said, just going over there and seeing that, I saw houses too, but
Hmm.
some people who've never even taken cruises and stuff may think that people are just living in huts and stuff. So I think that you definitely have the potential. Now, do you want to continue just to do stories or like what's the goal? Like when are you going to take that step to do you see yourself doing like long form like YouTube or do you want to start like short form like reels and TikToks and stuff like
You see, that's the next thing that I struggle with, because it's one thing for me to make a 1 minute Instagram
yeah.
story versus having to edit and find the best piece out of that 1 minute. Because I feel like my 1 minute is the whole story, start to end.
Yes.
But nobody's wanna watch. I don't know.
People will.
I guess because
People
I do
will.
sit and watch people for two
Listen, that's what I'm
hours,
saying.
like
Same here.
fold my clothes in the
Yeah.
back, you playing in the background, and I'm
People will.
engaging.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be the, oh, I have to set up the tripod here. I don't want to set up because like even with my yard stuff that I do around the house, sometimes I start doing something and I completely even forget to pick up the camera.
Yes.
Mind you,
Because you're so in the moment.
I'm
Yeah.
in the moment, and then I'm doing so much, and I have to go move the camera here and then move the camera
Yeah.
there, and then is this the right angle? And then my phone, I think the camera quality on my phone is now trash because I have a 12. Okay, if anybody want to sponsor me a phone.
If you want to get her a new phone, hit her up. It'll be right below. You know what I'm saying? If you can't get in contact with her, hit me up. I'll get you in contact with
And
her.
I
Yeah.
appreciate you. I appreciate you. So I don't want to be that person that have to do all this editing and all that. I don't know. Maybe that's what I need to do, and I need to stop being so lazy.
Hmm.
ChatGPT, if you guys have ChatGPT, ask it. If you use it a lot, because you have to use it a lot too, have it roast you. I'm telling you, ChatGPT told me about myself. It basically told me that I have the potential, but I am so lazy. I don't
Hmm.
want to do anything. I start stuff and then just completely forget about it. Even like when I was in London, I'm like, I'm gonna do all these TikTok,
Yeah.
sounds. I was living my best life. I didn't remember nothing about no TikTok trend, no sounds, no nothing. I forgot to make anything.
Yeah.
Even the small stuff like, I'm in London. Where's Harry Styles?
Yeah.
Stupid stuff like that I could
Where's
have
Harry
done.
Styles?
I didn't remember anything about that. Like
Yeah.
I'm just living in the moment. I mean, I am vlogging basically, but I'm not thinking about, okay, well, I need to make this content and this sound that I saved 3 months ago and blah blah blah. I don't know how people do that part. I'm not that great on the content creation stuff like that, but I would if I could just do like short stories on Instagram or
Yeah.
on what's that? YouTube.
YouTube. Uh huh.
I would love to do that where I don't have to edit it and you just see the raw uncut. I told my friends already, y'all be in my DMs talking about something. I need to be a content creator. I said, when I come on this podcast,
Yeah.
y'all better follow my
I'll
friend and
say.
y'all better watch this. Y'all
Yeah.
better watch this episode.
And if you watching this and you follow me, you better follow Carmen and better
Right.
support and watch her and show her love on her content creation journey.
Oh gosh,
Now,
nerve wracking.
I want to play a game called Friend or Foe.
Ooh.
No, it's called Friend or Foe because it's Guy and Friends,
Okay.
so it's a play on friends. But
Like it,
it's
like
not
it.
it's not actually like a foe. It's not an actual foe. But I'm going to give you two different things to choose from. Which one basically do you prefer? Which one is your friend?
Okay.
Which one is your foe? Okay?
Okay.
And this is the Jamaican edition. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Now, but,
what?
but before we go into it, now I told you I was gonna say this on the podcast because I asked you about like Jamaican music and stuff like that, and I said, "Do you listen to Buju Banton?" And you like, "Yeah, he cool. I like him." And I was like, "Listen, for me growing up, my mom wanted to make sure that we were diverse in music,
Hmm.
movies, everything. She wanted to make sure we could walk into any room and be able to interact with anybody. She used to play Buju Banton all the time. When it was time to clean up,
Hmm.
she
On a
was listening.
Sunday,
Man, she was yes on Sunday.
Saturday.
She was
Hmm.
listening to Buju Banton and I Smell Pine Saw in the air. And it was a song I'll never forget. And I told
Go
you,
ahead and sing it.
they go like, stranger feeling I'm feeling. Boy, child, love we will always believe in. Though you may think my death was in vain, till Shiloh each time Rastafari's name. Hey!
I literally don't know what it is about Coleman's. Like every last one of you guys can sing, and I'm just like, do I need to just change my last name? Will I get the
Come
singing
on,
power?
come on, you can sing too.
I cannot. I'm not even gonna try.
No, but I love Buju Banton's. Like when I tell you that whole his I can't even think of the name of the album like off the top of my head, but what that's off like what that I think it was like an
What song?
interlude, but what that's off of when I tell you we used to listen to that
Mm.
shit every time from front to back while mom was cleaning up. Champion. I wanna be loved, not for who you think I am. When I tell you I love that shit, I'm gonna listen to that shit on the way home.
Right.
But
Me too.
so anyway, I'm sorry, I was got
No,
off
no,
track for a
they're fine.
second. But all right, so back to the game.
Friend or foe? Jamaican
Friend
edition.
or foe? Now, first one, ackee and saltfish
Hmm.
or curry chicken.
All right. You can't really compare the two because ackee and saltfish is more like a breakfast
Okay.
thing. I mean, some people do eat curry chicken for breakfast. If I had to choose, I'd go with
Curry?
curry chicken. I love some ackee and saltfish, but it's more of a breakfast thing,
Yeah.
and I have to feel for it. I can eat curry chicken every day.
Could you?
Yep, I can eat curry
Now,
chicken every day.
speaking of like Jamaican food, before I go to the next one, like because I've asked you this, like what are some good Jamaican spots to like eat from if you've never had Jamaican food and kind of want to get introduced to
Right.
like that food?
I always recommend people, and if any other Jamaican restaurant people are watching this, and y'all know I come up in y'all place, because
Uh-huh.
even just the other day I went somewhere, and he's just like, "Where else do you eat?" I was like, "You see me here. That's all you need to worry about."
That's it.
But my favorite, my well recommended place is Rich Caribbean Cuisine. It's on Buckeye and East 116th.
Okay.
Um, Best, hands down. I've never had a bad meal. I've had some
Okay.
bad meals from other places.
Now, what would you recommend if people went there to eat?
Gosh,
Anything?
anything,
Yeah.
everything. And I will say Richie, he used to sell out of the garage at his
Mm-hmm.
house. That's where I was introduced to him, and he got an actual storefront now. So he's um
Shout out to
growing.
Richie.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he's growing. I remember I was in there the last time, and this lady was like, "I drive 45 minutes to come here. All these other Jamaican places, y'all can just shut down. I drive 45 minutes for this meal." I was like, "You right, girl.
Yeah.
I drive 45 minutes, but mine's 25 minutes. I
Yeah.
ain't gotta drive 45." But Rich, what would I recommend?
Like, what's something that you usually get when you go?
When I go there, I get curry goat. I
Okay.
know you guy don't really eat,
I
any
know. Give
fancy
me
fancy.
chicken, beef.
Right, but I feel
The
like I want
basics.
to give you some goat and not tell you what it is,
I
and
know.
then see
You
what you
know
would say.
what?
Do like a
If
blind
you
reaction.
no, no, now tell me what you giving me now. Now hold on, because I'm gonna ask. I'm like,
I'm a
whoa, whoa, whoa,
lie.
whoa, whoa.
I'm a
But you
lie.
know what? If you get some curry goat, I would try it. Like if you even like when we talked about going to RH and trying caviar and stuff, you know what? I'm like, you know what? I'll try it. So if you get some curry goat,
Mhm.
I'll take a little slither
Okay.
just to taste,
Okay.
see what it tastes like.
All
So
right.
yeah,
I normally get curry goat or fried chicken. I
okay.
feel like Jamaican fried chicken is not like Popeye's fried chicken. It's a different type of fried chicken. And Richie, yeah, I've sat for 45 minutes to get fried chicken from Richie because it's that serious.
Yeah,
So I think those are my top two things that I get from Richie's: curry goat or fried chicken. His oxtails are really good. I know a lot of people love oxtail, but I'm not a big oxtail
I'm not
fan.
either.
I
I
prefer
don't like
turkey
the
neck.
fat. I just don't like the fattiness.
Well, we normally some cut it off. We cut off the fatty part,
Okay,
so
okay.
it's more so meat.
Hey, y'all hear that? Sponsor Carmen. You know what I mean? You need to do like a food reaction to it and let them know.
And I
Like,
said
get some
I
shit.
was gonna start doing that. I'm gonna pick one meal and go to all these different Jamaican
Yeah,
places and review. But
do it. Do it. You got it. And when I tell you, yeah, because I'll take your opinion seriously, especially when it comes because, like I said, I
Mhm.
really don't care for Jamaican food that I've had, but I'm
Mhm.
like, Carmen, I take I think highly of your opinion of Jamaican food. Everybody else who's telling me about Jamaican food aren't Jamaican. They're just like,
Right.
yeah, I like Jamaican food
Right.
because Graham loves Jamaican food. But you told me that to go to this place,
Mhm.
and so you like, yeah, get this. So
Mhm.
yeah, if you say it's good,
Right.
and I'm willing to try it.
Right. And I feel like I have different places that I like different stuff. So like there's another place called Ocherius on Euclid and Ivanhoe.
Hmm.
It's right by my house. I have like five Jamaican restaurants I can walk to at my house. I literally don't know why everybody's opening up places. The restaurant's so close. Like, who's the person helping you? Literally, if you cross the street, there's another Jamaican place. You have
It's
Palm
like
Tree.
there's so much competition.
But anyways, they have the best peanut porridge, which a lot of Americans don't drink porridge, but
Now, what's peanut porridge?
literally porridge, you grind up the peanuts,
Do it taste like
milk,
peanut butter? Like, what's the taste of it?
a hint of peanut butter with milk. I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna bring some for you to try. We're gonna have another episode where Guy tries Jamaican
Yeah,
food.
that would be fun. Like to do some sort of like segment, trying like
Hmm.
some Jamaican
Okay,
food.
we're gonna bring
Yeah.
some ackee. We're gonna bring some uh goat, some curry goat, and we're gonna bring some peanut porridge.
Okay.
And you said oxtail. I can bring some oxtail,
That would
less
be
fatty.
fun.
All right, we got four things. We're gonna try a quick little 5 minute
You
video.
know what?
Nothing
No, that would
crazy.
be fun. Even if I like brought the camera and posted on my page, like
Right.
I just came and yeah,
Right.
okay, we gonna talk about it.
Look at that. Content
Yeah.
creating.
Content creating. That's how you
Whole
do it.
production team here.
Yeah, collabing. Now, the next one is dance party till 5 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
or
A regular day.
a quiet beach at sunset.
Bro, what?
Yeah, which one?
All right, quiet beach and sunset, relaxing. I feel like
Yeah.
partying with Jamaicans till 5 a.m. That's like every day,
I was gonna say you could do that every day.
That's a regular Saturday night for me in Cleveland.
Dutch wine.
We don't do that anymore. That's dangerous dance. People have broken their neck and died from that dance.
Really? Is that really a thing? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
people have literally broken their neck. But yeah, I take the sunset, just chill, relax, wind down, because winding down and just chilling
Yeah.
is something that we don't do too much as a society. We're always going, going,
Go, go,
going,
go.
loud music.
And for me, I love going to like even when I go like to Miami and stuff like that, I love to be or anywhere. I love to go on the beach and just sit and just hear the wave crash,
Yeah.
and especially on sunset. Now, would you go to either Paris again or 1 month in Jamaica? No bills, no job, just vibes.
I would go to Jamaica in a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
Paris was cool. Okay. I can't get with the food. I did not like the food in Paris. Paris was.
Bland. Just
I want to go back to Paris because I was saying that if anybody else want to go to Paris, I'm coming with you guys because that was
I'm gonna think about it.
please. I just
I
take some
know.
drugs,
I know.
just
No,
drugs
seriously.
and knock
I'm
out.
gonna have to be sedated. And I'll be like, wake me up when I get there, Carmen.
Honestly, and I feel like when I go back to Paris, I'm sorry, I don't know how I'm gonna afford that, and it's gonna happen because Delta is gonna sponsor me, right? And we're just gonna
Absolutely.
fly first class with the lounge chair.
Yeah.
You're gonna lay out, gonna
I'm
lay
gonna
out.
I'm gonna need a lot of liquor.
Yep.
Yeah.
Something else. You need some.
To get me there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because the Benadryl ain't gonna cut it.
Right. But Jamaica in a heartbeat. My friends, family, good food. I can go to the beach, hear the waves crash.
Now, $1 million cash or a peace of mind for the rest of your life.
$1 million cash. Run me that shit. Stat.
Yeah, rub me that money.
Peace of mind. That's boring.
Yeah.
I have enough money. I'm gonna have peace of mind.
Yes.
I'm gonna pay for that peace of mind some way, somehow. More money, more problems, but peace of mind won't be one of them when I'm a millionaire.
I'm gonna be good.
I'm gonna be good because I know I'm one of them people who I'm waiting to win the lottery. That's another thing. I be playing them numbers.
Yeah,
I
Gabby too.
already have the formula. I know exactly what I need to do as soon as I win them numbers. I ain't telling nobody. Ain't cashing the ticket.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a lawyer. I'm gonna get a CPA. I already got my
So
my
you
exes.
already
I
know.
already
That's
know.
hilarious.
So I'm gonna take that $1 million because we know how to figure this out.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna be one of them people who there's like a show like they were millionaires and then they're broke again,
Uh-huh.
or they won the lottery and
That's
they're
crazy.
never
Never.
me, this girl right here,
No. Ever.
ever. I'll tell you, generations after me are set. Let me hit that Mega Million one time.
Please. Don't forget about the little people.
I will not. And I know the little people for generations to come will be fine. I don't know how these people. How do you go broke in your lifetime after winning the lottery?
I don't know. Because when
Anywho.
I tell you, it wouldn't happen to me.
Not
No.
me.
Soft life luxury or hustle and grind mentality.
The soft life, or nowadays, soft life is being funded by someone else.
Yes.
If I'm funding my own soft life, because he didn't give me terms
Uh-huh.
and terms and conditions.
Terms and
If I'm
agreements.
funding my own soft life, the soft life, 100%. I don't like working two jobs.
Yeah.
I like having a day off. I don't have days off very often.
Yeah.
Okay, I work 7 days a week almost. It feels like give
Yeah.
or take 6 to 7 days a week. I don't like that. That's not normal.
I don't like that.
That's not normal.
Yeah.
Sundays are for a rest. Sundays I'm at the job.
Yeah.
So I will take the soft life if I don't have to answer to anybody, if I'm funding my own life. I don't have to, oh, I don't have any money because my husband didn't give me any money.
Yeah.
Yuck. Ew.
Ew.
So if I'm funding my own soft life,
So this is
100%.
this isn't one of the questions, but just to jump off of that a little bit. So so say if you did have the opportunity to have the soft life, that wouldn't be something that you can go for if the guy was like controlling or something like that.
No.
Like here's your allowance, but I'm controlling this.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. I don't think I could do it. Especially being independent. Oh, independent. Being independent so long, I just don't think you can just control. Because what happens when, I mean, and I've always said this to myself, like if I was supposed to be in that position where someone is funding my life, a cut of it is going into some crazy investments, or I'm not spending any of it.
Absolutely.
Oh, the money I gave you last week, it's done today.
Yes.
It's done. All of it's gone because it's going to emergency saving, where if you get up tomorrow and say, "Oh, I'm done with you," I'm not gonna fall flat on my face.
Yes.
And that's one of my biggest fears where I don't have a backup plan. You're crazy.
Look, you're
You're
crazy.
crazy. You gonna leave me high and dry?
I'm good. Trust me, I'm
Hell
good.
no.
I'm gonna be good.
No. So I don't think I could go with, given the opportunity today, someone just takes care of me 100%. I mean, maybe, but I'm gonna make sure that I'm still good.
Yeah, and that's as you should. Now, your ex text is from, and this is just like random exes, just your ex text from a fake page. Do you keep calm or do you cuss them out?
For my fake page, how am I know it's my ex?
Like,
Give me this.
like say you block them
Mm-hmm.
or something, and then
Oh.
out of nowhere they end up message you, and you like, how did you like? Why did you create a new page to?
I'm kind of toxic sometimes. I'll be like, oh, you made a new page just to talk to me? Like, I remember I used to see those things where, like, if I block you and you email me, I might unblock you. Like, if you email me, that's serious. You really want to talk to me? No, I'm joking. I'm joking. This is 30, okay? I'm not in the toxicity anymore.
Yeah,
If I know that it's you and we're done, it's done. I'm
done.
not responding. Even just like when we're out the other day, one of the guys I used to talk to messaged me randomly because he saw me. Why are you messaging me? I didn't even respond. The message is still. No, I actually did block and report to junk.
As you should.
Why are you even messaging me?
Yeah,
Because you saw me. You didn't know my phone number was the last however months we haven't
yeah,
been dealing.
yeah,
No, bye.
yeah.
Next.
I look good. Yeah.
As I always
As
do.
you always do, as you should. Clock it. You so funny.
But I'm looking to settle down and I have a husband now.
Absolutely.
So these
Get
little
some
sneaky,
insurance.
yeah, these little sneaky links and whatever is all these guys are not cutting it for me. Y'all don't make enough money.
Yeah.
Y'all don't even have assets. And you're
Yeah.
in your 30s.
Yeah. Talk about assets. Yeah.
Houses and cars over here, baby. Aspiring content creator making six figures. Okay, you can't.
What are you bringing to the table? Because I brought the table.
I wish a man would ask me what I'm bringing to the table. I swear to God, that would be the last conversation we had.
You like, I brought the table, the house that it's in, the floor that is on, the carpet that sits over top of
Exactly.
the floor.
Exactly.
And I
So
did it all by myself.
be quiet. And that's crazy because I was just saying that to myself the other day. Like, I really bought every single thing that's in this house. Like, I worked hard,
Absolutely.
and every single item that's in
Yeah.
this house, I paid for it. I paid for the whole house itself.
Yes.
The car that's in the driveway, the junk that's in the garage, I
That's
paid
it.
for all of this.
And you should be proud of yourself. That's why I say, though you don't want to be independent, you can survive on your own if you chose to. But you don't want to because, you know, that camaraderie, that companionship, and them childrens,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's going to come because you the catch. And just always remember that you the catch. So
I
all
am
you
the
motherfuckers out there, you the catch. And for any lady out there that know they doing it, and just know you ain't got to chase nobody. You are the catch.
I am the catch. I might put that to my affirmations in the
Abs-
morning.
Shout
You
out to
are
the affirmations.
smart.
You are kind. You
You,
are important.
I am the catch.
You are the catch. Now, Instagram Reels or TikTok.
I've never posted that Instagram reel. Gabby posted. I think the one Instagram reel that I have now, Gabby made it.
Hmm.
Shout out to Gabby.
Shout out to you, sister.
So I prefer TikTok. I'll just post random stuff.
So true love, but you never travel again, or travel forever, but never find the one.
Wow, that's a good one. I mean, I can watch videos of other places. I ain't gotta go there. I can live vicariously through people.
With my one.
Right. It's hard out here, okay? It gets lonely. I don't need to travel. I've been to the
I've
Caribbean.
seen enough.
Okay, I've been to a couple countries. I've been to Jamaica, I've been to Canada, I've been to Mexico, we've been to Grand Cayman, we've been to Paris, UK.
We watch our
What else do I need? Africa is basically Caribbean. I don't need to go nowhere else. Okay.
Absolutely.
I mean, you can't go to Jamaica though. Damn.
I feel like that's home, so you can go to Jamaica.
Okay, thank you. All right, so we gonna take the love of my life for 100.
Absolutely. Look, um, London accent or Jamaican patois? Which one get you in trouble more?
Get me in trouble more. Uh,
Neither.
I don't feel like any of them have gotten me in trouble.
Which one do you? I mean, of course you're gonna say you like patois.
I mean, if you want me to go straight patois, we can do that.
Go ahead,
But
hit me with a little bit of it. Go ahead, please.
I mean, one of them just come more natural to me because if I talk patois, that's just me attack regular.
Yeah,
You
go
get me?
ahead.
So if you want me to go into the British
Go
and,
British
and,
mode.
and, and go tea and crumpets, I
Yeah.
mean, we can do that as well. We're very diverse.
Yeah, absolutely. Wait, hold on. Hit me with a little more patois. I love that. Hold on. I love that. I was like, whoa.
It's like when people tell me some must like or say something for them. I'm just like, what you want me to say? Like they're like, say good morning.
Yeah,
It's like there's some words where
I love it.
you can't really translate it into something else, or there's no equivalent for it in patois. So I don't know. You must have a son and talk, and we just
Wait, so
we
is it
just go off
patois or patois? So I know.
patois,
Patois.
patois,
Yeah, I love
spelled
it.
patois.
When I tell you, I think this is the coolest shit. I think
Really?
yeah, because it's just like anytime somebody speaks like, would that be considered like a different language, or is it just like
There, I've seen where they
or
try to
dialect?
make it. It's more of a dialect. But
Yeah,
I've seen them try to make it an official language. Like we
I love
learn
it.
English in school, like straight English. So it's not like we write how we talk.
Yeah,
So it is a dialect, and I don't know why they keep trying to make it like a
I
full.
love it though. I'm telling you, it's so funny because even when I hear, I love when you go into it and I think that's so cool in your content. My thing is like, I think if you choose to do like whether it's long form or short form, I think you should use the American accent sometimes, but I
Yeah.
also think you should use like the Jamaican dialect just because I enjoy that because I personally and I don't know if it's just me, but I like deciphering what you're saying because from me being American and me not knowing, I'm just like, I know exactly what you said. You can't keep what you said from me. I don't, I don't know. I have fun with it. It's kind of like it's not to say like it's a game, but for me it's kind of like a game because
Yeah.
and because you talk so fast too, especially when
When
you
I'm
go into
upset.
yeah, and I'm just like, oh, they done pissed her off. I know exactly what you said. So, but you said patois.
Patois, yeah, definitely, because that just come to me more natural. And why wouldn't I want to that? Like the British accent,
Do you think
I
about
don't
it?
have. Yeah, I have to.
Like when you switch between like your American accent versus Jamaican, like do you have to think about it or does it just happen or are you like
I
conscious of it?
I'm very conscious when I speak standard English.
Hmm.
Because even like I have a friend at the casino who me and him will talk,
Hmm.
patois all day, and then as soon as I go downstairs, I have to like remember to change it over.
Hmm.
So the patois will come out of me more natural, and in some words in standard English that you guys will understand, I have to think about how to pronounce it.
Yes.
Like if I say maintenance,
Uh-huh.
I'd say maintenance, or if I say monopoly, I'd say monopoly. So there are certain words where I have to really catch myself on how I pronounce it. So it takes a lot. And that's why I always say, like, I cannot date a non-Jamaican. Like,
Yes.
my man is going to be a Jamaican. Because you think,
Jamaica. If you are Jamaican,
if you think I come home every day, come talk standard English, you have another thing coming. Because when me ready for chip my blood clot and my bumper clot and my pussy ras clot, you need to understand what I'm saying. You need to understand the level of frustrated I am. I can't come home. Oh, honey. Guess what Barb did today? Barbara and Michelle were mean to me. And no, whatever frustration I'm letting out, I need to just be able to just let it out and not have to
absolutely.
translate and just the
I need you
the
to feel
culture
exactly what I'm feeling, what I'm
like
saying. Yeah.
exactly, and just knowing. I need that. I don't think I can do the standard English. I don't know how people do it. I mean, everybody has their thing, but I can't.
Now, with you balancing two jobs, the renovations with your house in Jamaica, you traveling, you doing content creation, all of this, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
It's crazy because my therapist asked me that same thing.
Shout out to therapy.
I am in therapy. She thinks I don't need it, but I was like, I just need to know that I'm going to therapy.
Yes.
Maybe one day I'm a breakdown or something. Anyways, because me renovating the house has an end goal, which is why I work my second job so that the funds go to that. So she's just like, what are you gonna do when? Because I don't think you can sit down. I'm just like, I don't think I can sit down either.
Mm-hmm.
So I keep saying, oh, when the house is done, I'm gonna leave one of these jobs and just go back to just a regular job, but just regular one job. And I was like, I don't think I can do that. So in 5 years, I think I'm gonna have more houses. Like I said,
Okay.
I'm in the business of real estate.
Mm-hmm.
So I have, my two houses, one house in America and well, I have two houses in Jamaica, but I'm working on
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
working on getting rid of one. But I'm hoping that by next year, I'm putting it also into the universe. We're gonna buy another house next year.
Go ahead.
Don't have a clue where the funds are coming from. And let me tell you, manifesting is a big thing. Because when I
Yes.
bought my house, the beginning of the year, I had $0 and 0 cents.
Talk
And I
about it.
said I was gonna buy a house. My aunt's like,
And
with
you
what?
did
I
it.
said, I don't know. And at the end of the year, I bought that house. So manifesting. Anyway, so 5 years, I might have some more houses. I want to take on like a renovation job. Like I want to flip a house
Yeah.
in Cleveland. So I think in 5 years I might have one or two flips done.
Mm-hmm.
Making more content about renovation. I want to
Mm-hmm.
be a DIY girly.
Mm-hmm.
For the Cleveland people, Jamaican in Cleveland doing DIYs.
And potentially with your children and your husband or fiance or boyfriend or whatever you
Forgot about that part.
you see all hustle, you know what I'm saying? She's trying to get that
Right,
bread.
right. I remember nothing about kids. I mean, I was kind of talking to a guy, kind of going serious, and I was just like, I could have kids in like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
I didn't think nothing about that just now when you asked me about 5 years. I wasn't thinking nothing about no damn children.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess. I mean, if it happens, it
If it
happens.
happens, it
If
happens.
it happens, it happens. I'm not gonna say no to kids or whatever, but if it happens, it happens.
It
I'd be
all
open.
listen, it's all going how it's supposed to happen.
Mhm.
It's gonna happen.
Very true.
Now, would you ever just move back home to Jamaica for good, or do you think that the states are where you think you will grow? Like, oh,
When I win the lottery
absolutely. Speak
and
it. Speak it.
and money is no longer an issue,
Mm-hmm.
I will be hightailing it to Jamaica. But I think I'll be a snowbird because if income is a factor, I'm not gonna be moving back to Jamaica
Okay.
because their minimum wage, it's I mean, I guess if you live there you adjust. But
You can't adjust at this point
at,
being you can't listen, you can't adjust what you see now here in these between your two jobs at both of 'em.
when
You
I
can
tell you I'm probably on like doctor's salary in Jamaica or some shit, like I don't think I could do it.
hmm
But if money's not an issue and I have a good retirement or whatever, like really young or whatever, I would probably move back to Jamaica.
okay.
But if money's an issue, if I still have to work, I don't think so. Maybe when I have all my houses that I do have, because I think my goal is like at least 10 houses. I want
Come
one
on.
house for every bill. I want to stream my income for every bill that I have.
Hey, you
That's
raw.
my goal.
She
One
raw.
one stream of income for every bill. So maybe if I get all of that, I could. I mean, I don't know.
I don't either or.
Living in Jamaica just seems like terrifying. Like full time in Jamaica, that just seems crazy to me.
What's something that you've learned about yourself this past year?
I don't like help, but I'm learning to accept help. I'm not gonna ask for it. I'm not there yet to ask for the help.
It's
I've
hard.
I've learned that I act real tough,
hmm
but I am not that tough.
I think you are just an all around amazing person. Like, seriously, I think you are super
Thank
supportive.
you.
I feel like that's something that's rare in like people who you try to call friends who aren't supportive. And the fact that I met you, what, a year ago? Something like that. Like,
Hmm.
I feel like you've been more supportive than some people who I've known for like years.
Mhm.
As far as like your strength and just your savviness around like you having your properties and you managing because you budget and all of that stuff. I think
Don't lie to these people, guys. I don't budget.
I know you
Say
throw
that.
in a couple projects
Beep
and
that
think of
part out.
it.
Credit card debt over here, okay?
But for the most part, you are conscious about it and you think about it. And I don't know, I think you should be proud. You should be proud because I feel like even with you talking about, sending money for the renovations and just having an outlook of what you want to do, and even with you aspiring to do content creation and stuff like that, and you set your mind to it and you do a lot of the shit that you say, which I respect because even like what you said, you go before you even plan this shit, you was like, I think I'm gonna go ahead and go to the UK. I'm like, really? Yeah, you got your passport? I'm like, yeah, I'm working on it. But yeah, I think that you have a lot to be proud
Thank you.
of yourself. We're coming to a close, but I wanted to ask you if your mom was here,
Okay.
what do you think she would think of who you are today?
Um, and my dad says it all the time. He's just like, I just hate that your mom's not here,
Mhm.
to see the beautiful woman that you are and how hardworking you are.
Mhm.
So I'm just gonna, think that the same thing that my dad says, because since I'm his favorite child, and
Say
I am my dad's favorite child. Any of my siblings ever see this? If you ask my dad, he will
it.
not deny it. Okay. So I think my mom, if she was here, she would be very proud of the person that I have become and all that I have done in my 30 something years. She'd be very proud of the person I am. And I think that's what keeps me going, is just making sure that I know my parents are gonna be proud of what I'm doing. Even when I came on this, I was like, don't say anything crazy because your dad might see this. Your dad might see
He
this.
could, I can't believe that shit she said.
Right. So yeah, I think my mom would be very proud of who I am today.
I think she would too.
Thank
And
you.
and like I said, I've never met your mom or anything like that, but just getting to know you for the past year or however long we've got to know each other, and with you saying like all your family saying like you are remind them so much of your mom, I think that she would be proud of you. I
Hmm.
think all the stuff that you've done, the ability to push forward, and because sometimes like I said, people lose family members. When I was talking to Tiara, she was talking about her friend had lost, I think, her mom, and she became like a zombie.
Mhm.
Like she was broken. Like she
Mhm.
was just mindless, just walking around. So the fact that you have persevered and have continued to
Mhm.
thrive and have continued to make her proud in the memory of her, I think that she would definitely be proud of you.
Agreed.
Um,
Thank you.
I want to say that for all those who are affected by Hurricane Melissa in Jamaica, I think you are a testament that you can go through a storm, but it doesn't mean that you can't rebuild and persevere, and that resilience in you is always there. And I just think that that's just so cool. I don't know. I just think that that's so cool, and for them to know that like now it's hard, and I'm glad that they are getting relief and able to see some sort of movement as far as like money, like you said,
Mhm.
with the insurance and everything. So I'm hoping that um they get all the goods and all the resources that they need, and I hope that you're a testament, like I said, of weathering a storm, and here you still continue to stand. So,
Thank you.
Carmen, I really appreciate you coming on. This has been such a fun
It
podcast with
was.
you.
I was so
Emotional for
nervous.
sure. No, but I feel like once the tears start flowing, I really feel like we was just like just flowing. I felt like at that point I was more so like, take it away, take it away. It's your show now. I, I can't
So on
stop.
this episode of Guy and Friends, I'm gonna interview Guy.
On Carmen and Friends, here we are. No, Carmen, like I said, I appreciate you for coming on and just being supportive. And all of that because, even like when I talked about it, you just like, okay, I'm coming on. Yeah,
Right.
I want. Even when I say, okay, so I'm gonna have you and Tierra together, you like, uh, okay, so we can be together, but I'm gonna do mine, and I'm like, absolutely, because, but it's some people who can't even find time, and the fact that yeah, so everybody who has been my friends for years, Carmen, who I've met in what the past year and a half, took time out of her two jobs, paying for her property taxes here, paying for the renovations of her house in Jamaica. Like, I don't want to hear the bullshit. Like, support takes nothing. The fact that she can click a button and to share a video, like, I don't want to hear excuses. I appreciate you,
Mm.
Carmen.
I appreciate you, Guy.
Oh my God. I love Carmen, guys. Carmen's amazing.
Listen, Guy and Gabby are like my favorite people in the whole
I
entire
love
world.
you. I
Okay?
love
If it
you.
wasn't for them, I'd have quit that damn job.
Yeah, and vice versa. Trust me, and vice
When
versa.
I go to work and they're not there, I'm just like, so why am I here?
Listen,
Why would you guys schedule me to come here
hey,
if Guy or Gabby aren't here?
it's so funny because anytime I see Carmen, if y'all ever seen those memes where people show up to something they don't know anybody and they just kind of like got a horror face and it's like, all right, I'm here. This is what it is. As soon as I see Carmen, when I tell you my face light up, when I found out, I was like, Carmen's here. I was like, okay. I think the one time, I think my sister Gabby, she works with us too, and I think Gabby wasn't there, and I was like, why didn't you tell me you weren't gonna be here? I'm gonna be miserable. I hate it. As soon as I saw Carmen, I was like, all right, Gabby, I'll talk to you later. Carmen's here. I was like, okay. I feel like a kid on the first day of school. Like, my friends are here. I don't, okay, mom, love you. Okay, my friends are here. Like, that's really how I felt. So, Carmen, I appreciate, like I said, I appreciate you coming on. I plan
Thank you
on
for having
you
me.
coming back and talking about different topics and, yeah, just having dialogue and debates and
And we're
all that
gonna do the
stuff.
food review.
Yes, and we're also gonna stay
Guy
tuned because
tries.
I'm definitely going to do that because I've never, like I said, I've tasted oxtails before from like a Jamaican spot, but and I think Graham it might have been oxtails. Graham let me taste a little Jamaican food, but I'm excited for that to do that, and I'm definitely going to do that. So look forward to that. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you notify anytime I post new content. Make sure you go, as you can see down below, because Carmen's tag is there. Make sure you follow Carmen. Make sure you go and like her posts. Make sure you like her stories. Make sure when she posts her reels and her TikToks and her YouTube videos and all her content creation, make sure you support her and show her love because you will definitely be entertained. It's a good time. Like I said, while she was in the UK, I definitely was engaged. So show Carmen love, y'all.
Thank
And
you.
as always, peace, love, blessings, and I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Bye.